I'm ready when you guys are.
Evening. It is time for the Geeky Gamer podcast. We're playing the Linen Tapestry again this Monday, featuring myself, Miller, and John, who is the narrator. And if you're wondering what a narrator is, it's like they are a person who is the game master, and that's really special. And I think that anybody who wants to tell a story brings a lot of good into this world. We do have a Patreon, Geeky Gamer Podcast, and a coffee at Dreadlore. All lowercase letters, Mr. Interrupt, provide music for this podcast. Couchfire Media does some production. Trois Reblade Productions, they just kind of, I don't even know. It's Monday, and we're gaming. That's what's happening. Hey, Oh.
Hey,
You ready yet?
Okay. Yeah, I'm ready. I'll crack on. So,
ready to start?
Yeah.
I'll just throw you in the fire.
I don't know. I was expecting a little bit more of your spiel, but yeah, hoodwinked me there. So, first of all, start off with a recap. We're play testing one of the stretch goals from the successful Legends of Venice Kickstarter. This is a 3-part adventure module called the Twin Vipers. The first part, which we're doing, this is our second session, is all to do with the Duke of Milan, Gian Galeazzo Visconti, and his march across northern Italy. He invaded the lands about 10 years ago, and he's plucked up the courage once again to march across the land. He's currently marching through the territory of Bologna, and his first target is the city of Bologna. Next would be the city of Florence. So representatives from Bologna and Florence they flocked to Venice, hoping to get military aid and support from the Republic. However, the Venetians, being the Venetians at this time, thought, well, we'll see how much we can push them for. Military aid isn't free, and the more desperate the customer, the more you can get money from them. However, as a strange turn of events, while the Republic and its government were stalling for time, negotiating to get as much money as possible, 2 heads of noble families arranged a secret meeting with representatives from Florence and Bologna. These heads couldn't appear themselves, so they sent proxies instead. One of them is Marco, played by Miller, and the second one is Matteo, who played by Bill in the introductory story that we did last time. Unfortunately, Bill's not here to make it, so I'll be NPCing him in the background. So, part of the strange twist of events was, rather than Florence paying Venice for military support, it looked as though the heads of these 2 families, these 2 particular powerful individuals, are going to pay for everything. They're going to pay for transport, food, and an army to save Bologna and to save Florence. It is clear that they're buying something that Florence and Bologna has to offer, but it is unclear exactly what that is. So, a mercenary captain, a condottieri by the name of Johannes de Tizargo, is heading this company. He is hoping to get together 500, maybe 600 men that he's going to muster from the lands on the way to Bologna. He is perhaps the most confident man any of the player characters I've ever met. He is, you believe to be one of the former white captains of a legendary English mercenary captain by the name of John Hawkwood, who died shortly after the battle that defeated the Duke of Milan the first time. And this company dispersed, but this one man, this Johannes de Zago, has reformed the company and is en route to Bologna along the River Po with the two players. I will let the players recap you guys as to why they're there and what men they have with them, but they don't travel alone. Over to you, Dorcas.
Good. I think all is good. Dorcas, things were getting hot, really hot in Venice. So, some nobles were after him, and they burned his house down, and he decided he'd go to war instead of stick around trying to fight that war that at this point in time is standing the way it is. He'd probably lose it. So he got out to fight a war, and he brought a bunch of people with him, sort of against his own leadership's will. so he's in a bunch of trouble, Dorcas. Kind of going against orders, but for the common good for everyone. I think they're headed up a river called the River Po, and like always, Dorcas causes more trouble because he's treated like a noble and he's not a noble, and it makes nobles jealous. So we'll see how that works out for him.
Marco, why are you here? How have you ended up in this company?
Well, Marco is a Medici from Florence, and the Medici family basically runs Florence, and they're trying to expand their banking empire into Venice, which Marco was a part of anyway. And Marco is extremely power hungry. That's not to say he's not virtuous. He tries to be as virtuous as possible, but the power comes first. And so since he was having a hard time making headways into the nobility of Venice, making a name for himself enough to get banking contracts and whatnot, he saw this as a great opportunity to make a name for himself in Venice. So he got a little company together with his cohort of fencing students. And then some of the other people in town, and headed off to gain glory for himself in Venice.
Yep. Cool. So, Johannes de Zago left Venice with about roughly 250 men. 15 of those men follow Dorcas. He is treated by the company, the White Company, as a lieutenant. So, hence, he is treated like a noble, whilst true nobles who joined the White Company have been treated like common soldiers. Going back to Dorcas's reference to some nobles not being happy with them being shown up by a commoner. A large portion of these men, 40 to 50 men, follow Marco, who is coming to realize, would you say, that he can't quite handle 40 to 50 men?
Yeah, he's very much in over his head in a lot of ways. But he's young and ambitious, so yeah, he's going to have to kind of restructure things so that he has like some officers underneath him to be able to take care of it all.
Cool. So, after port after port after port, the numbers swell. Dorcas, your number swells to over 20 men. Marco, you lose some, you gain some, but in general, Zago he's not even halfway up the river, but he's got about 400 men. And it's got to the point where there's just not enough space on the ships. So, one evening, on the lead boat, all the lieutenants are summoned together. around the captain's table, there are about 15 men. 2 of which, Dorcas, also known as the Bull, and Marco de Medici. Tizago congratulates everyone. Morale is high. We almost have the men, and we are on time. However, we are a little bit too successful. And what may slow us down is trying to store all the men, all the provisions on these 3 ships. We cannot get we cannot get a 4th ship. I have tried. All we can get is small fishing boats, and they are of no use. So, I propose that at the next port, we split the company. 300 on the ships, 200 on land. The 200 that travel by land will be, I would say, about a week behind us. 4 to 7 days behind. So the men that go first, 300 men, we will encounter the enemy well ahead of time. We will be smaller in number, but if we can make progress, meet at a rendezvous point which will be arranged at this meeting, we can meet together and then march on Bologna with enough time. So, I need volunteers for those who wish to stay back and those who wish to remain on these boats, travel with me and meet the Duke and his men head on. Don't want any. Will not ask you for your volunteering or your decisions now. I want you to speak to your men, because I know that a lot of the men, he grins and he looks at everyone here. You two, when you look around, you can see very few who actually want to stay and be 1 week late to the battle. Everyone wants to stay on this ship and get there first. How you two feel about that is entirely up to you two. So I wish you to go speak to your men, because if you make a decision that your men disagree with, we may lose those men. We may be leaders of men, but without those men, we have nothing to lead. So he then pulls out a map, rolls it out onto the table, and he describes, he explains that there is a river, River Po. We'll get to a point west of Fanara. It'll probably take about half a day for all 3 ships to get to that point. So it'll take about 12 hours for all 300 men to be on land. The other 200 men, and this will be including more men that we gather to the banner, go by land. There is a well-used road that travels parallel to the Po. They will reach a crossroads and then head south and head to a bluff where we will already be there. We'll have set up camp in view of the mountains, and once all 500 men are together, we then march straight to Bologna. So I will give you an hour. Speak to your men, then come back. Everyone then stands, and just as everyone is about to leave, he calls out someone's name. And you can tell by the tone in his voice when he says the name that there's a bit of regret. It's almost as if he knows he's going to offend this person. This is Gianvito Fugilisi. Stay back a while, I need to speak to you. All of the men, the white captains, look at each other. They look to Gianvito, who is not a white captain. He is You know he's a member of the crew, or one of the high-ranking members of the White Company, but he's not quite the same rank as the white captains, who are these masked men. He says back, you can kind of guess that he knows it's not going to be good news. Everyone leaves as they start talking. So, you two. Marco, start with you first. You head to your men, your 42 men. Everyone's waiting. Everyone seems to have known about the secret meeting, and everyone's expecting good news, bad news. They have no idea what was to be discussed. Your men.
I would have probably grabbed. I would have probably grabbed because Marco, because I'm kind of in service to him a little bit, and asked him what he was planning on doing, like as we were kind of exiting and going back to our men, so I could give my men a heads up. And I would say, Marco, wait, hold on 1 second. I wanted to see your plans, what we're gonna do, just real quick.
Well, like Travaso said, I'm definitely going to talk to the men. However, I do think it's best to go by land. I know most of them are sick of being on the boat. They're not really sailors at all. And if we can, I say we purchase and gather horses, mules, donkeys, whatever we can, to make that time up as best as possible. What were you thinking?
I was thinking about, because when you asked me to go along on this journey, you kind of got me out of a bind. So I wanted to just ask you what you were thinking, and if anything changes, I'll suggest to my men we go by land, and maybe it'll take a little bit longer, but if you think that's the better option, I'll rely on you to. I don't like being on a boat too much either, so.
Yeah, it's getting to me too. So I'll tell you what, you talk to your men, I'll talk to mine. We'll meet back here a few minutes before we go in to the next meeting.
Absolutely.
Sound good? All right.
Yep.
See you in a bit.
Right, Marco, you head into one of the one half of the deck, and all your men they're all waiting, and as soon as you come into view, they all stop talking, and they all turn, and two of them rise up and say, right, are we going to war? What are we doing?
Well, we have a decision to make. I have good news and bad news. The good news is the company's grown bigger than the 3 ships can support.
Yep, good, yeah.
The bad news is that means we'll have to split forces. Some forces will stay on the ships, and they'll arrive at the battle a little faster, and then some forces will have to leave the ships and go on foot.
You can tell, because bear in mind, maybe 90% of these men are Venetian, so they live on an island, canals, there are boats, everyone here. They're as much at home on land as they are on the water. You might have had a few instances of seasickness, but majority of these men, this is the water. They are the water people, as far as they're concerned. The water is in their blood. When you mention splitting up, some staying, getting to there first, you can tell about 60% of these men want to get to war. They're sick of waiting. They want to get there as soon as possible. The other 40 trying to gauge how you want to direct, especially the two nobles who haven't given you their oath, but they have so far to date obeyed every word that you've said, and they not so much they're not in a hurry to get to war. They just want to see what you're going to do. So you got 60% really want to go for it, stay on the boat, get into battle, get there, and the other 40, you're not quite sure. I'll let you continue.
So it's my opinion that we will have better opportunities if we depart the ships and move by land. Gather horses, mules, donkeys, everything we can. We can get better armor, better arms and equipment for you. We can gather more people. We'll have access to better food.
You can, as you're talking, and you can make a roll if you want, but you can tell that of the 40%, half of them were like hoping that you were not going to say this. But you can make a roll because you're going to have to try and you looking at the 40 men in front of you. You reckon that if you don't captivate them and persuade them to join you, you might lose a handful of more men. You're not sure, but so it'll be it's your choice. You can either have interaction or presence. So interaction's talking, presence is just using your physical presence. It's entirely up to you how you want to approach it. I'll let you roleplay a bit more, see if you can get any bonuses. So those are your options for the dice rolls, but it'll be influence, and then your choice of expertises. And the expertises would be, that's appropriate, I would say either authority or reason. So you've got a bit of variety, which is what the system's all about. Your style. You let me know what you're going to try and roll. Tell me what you're saying to your men, and then I'll let you make the roll to see how much you can back that up with the system. Okay.
Okay, what I was thinking was interaction, and I was actually thinking charm to try to be charming. I don't really have I don't have any reason. And I'm sure Mark was probably better at this than I am, but I think I'll go about it by saying, well, I see some of you have sad faces. I know the sons of Venice enjoy being on a ship on the water. Go ahead and tell me some reservations that you have. And then I think you'll start just kind of a little back and forth and
all right, okay.
Try to convince them that way.
Of your society traits, I think you've got backing. You've got a society pool. You can spend one of those points to try and retain dice based on whatever society you've got relevant. Such as if you've got a backing in something, you can try and boost your roll. So when you ask that question, everyone goes quiet. There's a rumbling of discontent, but none of them are willing to speak out loud due to the respect that they have for you. Eventually, one of the nobles stands and says, "I'm not one of your men, and if you are offended, dismiss me and I will join one of the other company. But Marco, I like you. But my reservation is reinforcements don't make a name unless the battle is about to be lost. Whoever rides, whoever fights on the front line with Zago, they're the ones who's going to have their name sung in songs, written into the history. It means he looks around. We might lose more men on the front line, and we might save the day. But me personally, because I can't speak on behalf of your men, and you can outcast, you can see some of the men kind of like, yeah, okay. I would suggest that we're here to save the land, and we need to get to the front line to do it. And then he kind of like looks at you, incredibly apologetic. As he sits down, the other noble, you can see him pat him on the shoulder and go, like, yeah. And the men turn from him and they look to you, and they have nothing more to add. But you can tell by everyone's expression that they just don't want to offend you. So they say nothing, because you're trying to charm them to get on their good side, but that's not quite provoking a response from them, if you know what I mean. Okay.
Well, thank you for speaking your mind and speaking up. He spoke of glory, and I don't disagree with you. Your words ring true. My plan, however, is yes, we'll join the battle a bit late, but that gives us an advantage. And he'll give him a little bit of a history lesson on what was his name? The Carthaginian that sacked Rome.
Hannibal.
Hannibal, yeah. How Hannibal's tactics and using the woods and how not meeting, face to face like that definitely turns the tide of the battle.
Oh.
And so that's his plan, is to not be on the front line. However, covertly flank and attack and try to cut the head off the Viper before too many men are lost and too much land.
Okay. Right. Okay. So interaction, influence, charm. Okay. So I'm going to give you a +5 for the historical thing, because you've not great comparison between Italy or Rome against the enemy, so that's fine. However, charm, and what you've said so far hasn't gripped them, because all of them want to fight for Venice. So I'm going to take off. I'm going to take off 5, so it kind of cancels each other out. Okay. Are you going to use your backing or anything like that? If anything's applicable, you can if you want, because you put your family name. You can try and use that, because your family name is Florence, and you're closer to Florence than you are to Venice now. It's entirely up to you. A lot of the people in the background, not in your company, are from these areas, so that you could say they're half Venetian, half Florence. It's up to you. If you want to call in that card, you can, but it could backfire.
How's this? I have a network of 3. So can I use that and kind of call out the different nobles and a couple of the different people?
So network means that whatever other traits you've got, such as if you've got backing in banks or backing in, like Dorcas has got backing as a city watch, so he's a member. With a network of 3, it means that your backing is known, your reputation is known across like this region. So it allows you to use it so that if you go to a different place like you are now, you can use whatever traits you've got in foreign lands, but it doesn't give you any bonus.
I see. I'll go ahead and use backing then. And that comes off of the pool there at the bottom.
Yeah, just so take off one of your society pool, and then you can keep an extra number of dice equal to your rank in backing. So it increases the number of dice that you keep. You can, if you want, also substitute a dice pool with something from your spirit pool. So you in this, I would say conviction, if that's higher than your interaction, or your honor, if that's higher. If not, I wouldn't bother.
Yeah, they're all the same.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and use the society. It doesn't. I'm not maximizing it. This is an important conversation. Oh no! I got 3 1s.
Right, remove those ones. Oh Jesus, this is gonna go bad. Right, so how many? So remove those 3 dice. Before you keep any dice, what's the total tally on the remaining dice?
9.
Thank God for that. If it was 5 or less, that would have been a botch. That would have been a mishap, and then it would have all gone to pot. Right. Okay.
And with the charm of 3, that gives it like a 23.
Okay.
Or
You
24.
you struggle. You can feel that a lot of the men that you've picked up outside of your fencing school, so those in your fencing school agree with it. They said, right, okay, we'll go where you go. But you feel as though you could lose half of the additional men that you've got. So maybe 10 or 12 men from your company. You can tell they're not happy. Okay, so
yeah. So after a little back and forth, and I see that it's not going very well. I'll say, well, looks like the Sons of Venice stay on the boat then. How does that sound?
okay, everyone. So your fencing school, your 20 men, they sigh with relief, and that kind of ripples through. But the 10 people that you didn't impress, they're still not impressed, but they're still happy to be the fact that they're going to the front line. In your eyes, being a sound, reasonable man, it's insane. But these men want to fight, and if it means dying for the land, then so be it. Which it's a notion that you can't get your head around, but it's nothing wrong with your reasoning. Right, Dorcas, your 20 men, 5 of which or thereabouts you've picked up from your group. Your 20 men, one of them holds up the banner with the bull, and you can see that some men have painted crude bulls. You think the bulls, there could be anything really. Like there's a white splodge with 2 black triangles sticking out of it. When they see you, they all cheer and they go, El Toro, El Toro! And they are all looking at you, waiting. What do you say?
Okay, fellas, we got some big decisions to make. We're gonna go and serve our country, protect Venice. We are members of the Toro for sure. And should I tell you what I want to use to do this? I would like to persuade my group of people and use my what is it called? Interaction, guile, persuade. Does that make sense?
Guile is,
or is that
you
not
don't
it?
need to persuade. Yeah, this is more.
So
You've already
influence...
persuaded them.
Okay,
influence.
Well, I guess I'll just be charming. How's that?
Okay, you're gonna. Okay.
Yeah, I'll do the same. I'll do the same thing. We'll go down that same road.
Okay.
I can I use a little bit of my honor to like.
Well, I want to see what you see. I want to hear
Okay.
what you say first.
All right. We're all members of the newly formed White Company. I know you like the bull as a symbol, but we are all under the big banners of the sunlit spear, and we've been training our heart out. It's been harsh. Conditions are poor. I know the food could be better. I know that a lot of you are used to a little better eating, and that's fine. That's fine. So, I know we're boat people. We live on the ocean, and we feel the ocean. This is our place, but it's been asked of us to do something we're not used to, and because I know you're strong men, most of you from the Nats Watch, I know you can walk a little bit. I like walking a little bit too. So we might we're gonna follow Marco and his company as we make our next steps potentially on land, which I know that it might be a little slower going, but we're gonna rally the common folk along with us and take and defeat the Viper of Milan by squishing all them damn snakes he's got going on.
Okay, right. As you're talking, your charm kicks in. How you talk about the food, that brings laughter. But the moment you say that the bull follows Marco, you can see a few of the men a bit confused because they all look up to you. They don't know and they don't really care about Marco or anyone else except for Zago. So I can let you use charm, but you can see, because I'll let you change if you want, but you can see that similar to what Marco's problem was, they want to know that they're being led. And
So not
if they
using...
wanted to be, if you wanted to like not use charm, if you wanted to use something like authority, then you could use your backing with your blah, 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 Night's Watch. You can use that society point, but you can tell that the joke worked, and so I'll let you use charm.
Yeah.
But you can see, because you can feed off the reactions, and as you're talking, they follow you. They don't want you to follow anyone else, that sort of thing, because you're the bull. The bull charges in first. That's what they're all expecting.
Sure.
The bull doesn't go, we'll just follow the horse.
Yeah.
So,
Well, horses are fast.
I'll let you change it if you want. Yeah.
You know, bulls are pretty fast, but you know, those horses, they really move, and he's got some money. You know, he's the one paying us, so we're all here to protect Venice and to do our due diligence and make sure they don't come to our home, because we don't want them coming to us, even though we'd beat him if he came to us, but we're gonna beat him before he gets to us. So yeah, I don't know. What does it mean if I use my I was gonna use honor, honor with the Night's Watch.
Yeah, you've chucked that in. So you can, if you want to substitute a dice pool, because you can either use presence, which is more brooding and just being over 6 foot tall, being the bull. But you can use the presence. Interaction, carry on talking.
Yeah.
Those are your 2 dice pools. However, if neither of them are good enough and you want to go for something higher, yes, you mentioned honor, and I would let you spend a spirit point to roll your honor dice pool. I'll let you have that.
Yeah.
Influence.
Right. I think honor is the way to go. But
Okay,
influence, yeah, honor, influence.
It's the number of dice that you keep. So, honor, roll your honor. So,
Okay.
keep
That
your dice
means-
equal to influence,
Right.
and then which expertise, which style are you going for? Are you going to stick with charm, or do you want to choose something else?
I mean, charm and resolve. I mean, I guess I don't really have any authority. I'm not the most authoritative.
Yeah. Okay. Resolve's a defense, so that wouldn't apply.
Yeah,
So,
charm is all I got.
Charm it is?
I
Okay.
just,
Yeah.
do my best being charming.
yeah, no problem.
They see that guy they've been seeing for years just on that street corner talking to some criminal and being nice to him. Oh shoot. I don't even have it. Goodness. Well, that dice went away. That was the dice.
We've lost it.
that went pretty far away. All right. So I got I can't even keep this stupid. Now this is funny. I don't even think I can. It's too dark in. Too dark. All right. I did not get any 10s.
Yeah.
But let's see. I got 2 8s and a 9.
Okay. So 25. What's your
Plus,
charm?
10 is 35.
35. Okay. I'm going to take off 15 because that's the same thing I took off Marco. We're going down the charm. So that's 35. So you're down to 2 competent. There. Your men will follow you anywhere. You're their superior. The 5 men who you managed to collect from one of the ports along the port, they are confused. They are still waiting for the bull to arrive. They're not sure what's going on. But they kind of go, well, okay, so we wait to see what Marco says. This is Alfredo, one of your guys, so he kind of like leans in and says, are we going to do what Marco does?
Yeah, I think we'll. I mean, I really feel like he's the one backing us, and he asked me for personal protection. So it's really us protecting them a little bit from their, you know. They need it. They need our momentum, our strength to win this fight.
Yeah. Right, no problem. Okay, Dorcas. They all say, yeah, okay, right, that's fine. You do notice that 4 or 5 of them then head off directly to where you believe the majority of Marco's men were. Marco, your conversation, because you're backwards and forwards, takes quite a while. Dorcas' discussion took about, 5-10 minutes. You have to metal out because you're having to deal with twice the number. It takes 4 times as long. You notice while you're talking, you're kind of like coming to the decision of, right, we're going to go by river. You notice 5 men from the Night's Watch turn up, and they start listening in to what you guys are talking about. One of them starts whispering with one of your men, and there's like private conversation. It's a minor distraction. You've got 40 men to keep under control. And as you decide, right, we're going by river, we're going to get there first, these 5 men, they kind of like, they smile, they're beaming, they're over the moon, and then they come back. Dorcas, do you hang around or do you head off to do anything? It's up to you. after your meeting?
After the meeting, I would probably head to Captain Joannis Cesargo,
Right.
and see what he was up to.
Brilliant. You head off. As you're heading off, you can see some of your men come back, and as you leave the room, they go in, and all you can hear is "Yes, come on, to war." You're not sure what the hell's going on. Right. An hour passes. You go back to the table, the captain's table. Johannes now has only 7 men around the table. He had about 12. 5 of those men, including Gian Vito, are gone. It looks as though the 7 men have already had their discussions, and when you arrive at the same time, they all look at you, and they're waiting. They kind of, Tizargo smiles. He does this, or does he does this? Land? Water? What's your decision, you two?
The sons of Venice much prefer to go by ship.
Excellent.
That's our decision.
Well,
The bull? Where does the bull go?
I guess we're gonna go by ship. I guess that's the way we're gonna go.
Right. He says, "Excellent. We'll be arriving at the next port in the next 30 minutes, 40 minutes. Going to take off 100 or so men. We're going to resume training. Try and pick up some men along the way. Blah 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 blah. We will get to Ferrara in about 4 or 5 days. Plenty of time to continue with training, so forth and so forth." Okay. Brilliant. Right. In the following night times. Sorry. Go ahead.
I was just wondering if I could have a short aside with the captain.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Captain
El Toro, what troubles you?
I noticed there's a little rise in tension between some of the nobles. They look at my status, and I think they have some jealousy, and I just wanted to bring that to you because I think you'd have a good idea, maybe a sympathetic ear, of how we can resolve. I have a couple ideas, but
go ahead.
But I'm not sure how good they are. I have a lot of ideas, sir. I was thinking we do. It's pretty private.
Private meeting. Private meeting.
Yeah.
To say no more, because you're still around the other white captains and so forth. Takes you off to his personal chambers and says, "Right, tell me your ideas."
Jealousy does not make a tight-knit team, and I was wondering if maybe we do some drills. I don't know if commoners can do drills with nobles, but maybe get on them to mix it up a little bit. Or do you think they would take offense to that?
Well, the man who's offended acts more to prove a point than the man who isn't offended.
Right.
I want everyone here to fight. Every man here needs to prove a point. And if they need to prove that they're better than you, and that means they fight more, with more grit, and they put more on the line on the battlefield, then that's fine.
Well,
good.
As you often say, it'll really separate maybe the weak from the chaste.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I want no chaff in this place, in this army of mine. But if you want to do some, are you suggesting that we get the nobles and everyone else to
each
mingle?
of the groups, and we all kind of joust, common man versus noble? I don't think he'd take any offense if he jousted, if Marco and I maybe started it and it was like a noble versus a common man like myself, and it would potentially rile up, you know, some of the
Have you spoken
folks
to
around
that?
us.
Hold on. So, when you say fight, is this going to be a real fight?
Well,
is one of you going to walk away injured to prove a
no,
point?
I should hope not. We'd spar like we do, not try to kill each other. No.
You're a leader of men. You speak with Marco. You decide what you want to do. I don't invite you to my table because I expect you to follow orders all the time. You need to give the orders. If these nobles are in your company, they're your authority. If they're not your concern. Just be careful. Okay?
I think I understand. Well, I just thought I'd throw it out there. See your thoughts on it.
No, he does spend a bit of time thinking, a lot of nodding as you're talking. And you can see he agrees with a lot of what you're saying. The more that you talk to him, because you've spoken to him quite a lot, you get the impression that he's not a noble.
Mm-hmm.
You have a feeling that despite the fact that he wears impeccable armor, the best clothing, his weapons are in, he looks like he's got more money than Marco when he walks around. It's in his posture, it's in the way that he walks. He is a nobleman. The more you talk to him and you share your ideas of more egalitarian ideas, you get the impression that his roots are not too far from yours. So he might disagree with what you're saying, but he can clearly understand your aims and your goals and why you're suggesting it. But he says if you and Marco want to have a spar, you discuss that with Marco. But my advice is, if these nobles are not in your company, leave them.
Leave it. I understand.
Yeah.
Well, I have to say, if you find anybody who you're not super, trusting, and if they need a little knocking down or two, why don't you have at least a little sparring match? And if it's a noble, put them with.
You just want
Mark.
to bludgeon someone to unconsciousness, don't you?
I would never.
You will have plenty of opportunity when we get on the mainland. See, there's the bull. There's the bull. None of this. This is a glove over a fist. You just ditch the glove. Be the fist.
I understand.
If you want, assert your authority. But he claps you on the shoulder and says, "When we fight, I want you by your side, by my side." Okay.
Well, I think my men are going to
show me what the bull can do.
Yeah, my men are going to be excited that we're going to be front in line at the next battle.
Yep.
Even
at that point, there's a knock on the door. Opens, and one of his assistants pops in and says, "Captain, says I need to speak to you." I guess apologies, Dorcas. Let me know if you do go ahead, but as I say, I would just focus on your men. They're going to be trouble enough. Okay? Right, give me 1 second. I will be back in 1 moment.
Did you want to take a break, or do you want to have a discussion about the?
Oh yeah, if you bring that up to Marco, he'll say, I think that's it.
Oh, sorry.
He'll say, I think that's a terrible idea. What if one of the men embarrasses a noble that they're supposed to go fight for? That'll totally destroy discipline and morale.
Oh yeah.
I mean, after the battle, I don't see a problem with it. But before battle, I can't indulge that, and I would ask you not to.
Well, I just thought it might be interesting, get some camaraderie. We do that in the watch. We fight each other, but I guess we're all pretty common folk. Well, I just thought it'd be a neat idea. The captain didn't really buy into it much either. So we'll just I guess go and fight some war instead of fight each other.
Yeah, well, if the men want to have their own wrestling matches, I think that could improve morale a bit and get rid of some frustrations.
Sure.
But I don't think it should compromise the command structure.
I understand.
Okay. So, after that conversation, everything goes back to normal. A few hours pass. Next port. 100 men or so get off the ship, so you've only got 250, 300 people left on the ship. All your men are happy. Someone starts rumors that some people are going to start wrestling just to fend off some frustrations, which is great. You all start doing night shifts, day shifts, that sort of thing. Dorcas, you've started to have dreams where a bull, a representation of your company, starts appearing in your dreams. Every other night it occurs, sometimes more than once in a night. When the bull appears, it's kind of out of sight at first, but as the nights go on and the dreams reoccur, the bull starts appearing. One of the occasions, you're walking down a street of Venice, you hear the clop, clop of the hooves, and as you turn a corner, there is a huge bull snorting, stamping one of its hooves, and it's looking straight at you. What do you do?
Well, I look straight at it. If it's a dream, I'm probably consider myself a little bit of a bull myself. So, yeah, I'm thinking about charging the bull.
It bows its head to you, and as the dreams progress, the dreams change so that you don't meet it or find it. It walks with you. Out of character, your avatar. You mentioned that your avatar was going to be a bear. Is that correct?
Yeah, bear.
Okay.
But that's just because I don't even think I looked up bull in there. But a bear does charge like a bull.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. So it's got to the point where it's like 2 nights away from Ferrara. In the dream, you and the bull are prowling the streets of Venice. But one of these evenings, because the dreams are quite vivid, and you're not quite. You've gotten so used to the bull traveling with you that is it actually a dream or is this actually happening? It's one of those dreams where you hear a roaring of some kind, and just like as it was before, when you follow the sound, go around a corner, there is a huge bear, and then you blink and it's gone. And then behind you, you can hear a chaos. Bull's hooves, snorting, ferocious roar, claws scraping across the ground. And as you turn around, you can see the bull and the bear fighting. But the bear stands up on its back feet and has dug its claws into the bull's head. The bull is struggling to prise itself free, but at the same time try and angle the horns, try and pierce the bear in the stomach. Two creatures larger than life, they're fighting. What do you do?
Well, I'm definitely very like this is unexpected. The battle is unexpected. I'll probably start easing my way. There's no reason to fight, fellas. We could probably figure this one out. Walking up
You're
to
getting.
him.
Yeah. Okay. So you're kind of.
Yeah.
You're approaching slowly, right? As you approach slowly, you can see the bear is winning, and you can see its claws have actually punctured the skull of the bull. This thing, you have this feeling that the bear is unstoppable. You thought the bull was strong, but the bear is just like, it's almost like it's a demon, it's a devil. And as you can hear the skull of the bull crack, it lets out this whimpering, moaning howl that you've never even knew a bull or a cow could make. And that sound of horrific pain wakes you up in a cold sweat. Marco, evenings, days go by. Do you have that item? No, like you had like an item, was it from Northern Africa or Egypt? Do you keep that with you always?
Yeah, well, where's it? Oh, it's on a necklace. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a meteor fragment.
Oh, right. Yes, that's right. That's right. Okay. So, you're daydreaming. You kind of you're exhausted from 12 hours training. You've given out orders to your men, that sort of thing. It's just the usual, dealing with squabbles, etc., etc. And you're finally relaxing and looking out across the water to the riverbank and just watching the land slowly drift by. And you can you kind of hold your palm to your chest, and you can feel that the rock, it's like jagged and smooth edges against your skin. Out of character, what armor are you wearing? Is it?
He's got a fine. No. It's just the like reinforced jacket. Oh, let me look. Yeah, reinforced jacket, but it's like the third level of quality, exponential or whatever. Expert quality.
Okay. Right. For a second, you feel cold metal beneath your hand. So in the bottom, like in the base of your palm, there is your stone. So the rest of your hand feels as though it's pressing up against steel. And then it dawns on you that you're not wearing metal breastplate. And then you look down, and sure enough, you're just wearing your armor. And the necklace of the stone, as you release it, it just kind of like shifts in your hand, like along its chain, side to side. You're just puzzled. For a second there, you were convinced that you were wearing breastplate. That sort of thing happens quite a lot. It's just daydreams. It's when your mind's not on you or anything like that. You keep feeling, but it changes ever so slightly so that the stone isn't on a necklace. It's embedded in the center of the breastplate. Which you then consider you're a noble, but you probably have the least protection on your chest. All of the white captains, these masked figures, they have either thick chain or breastplates. The two nobles that serve under you, they have breastplates. The ship is filled with crude to standard to maybe one or two fine items. And it's an ideal opportunity for both of you to, if you want, to borrow weapons or armor. So, did I send over? Well, have you got copies of the weapons and the armor still? If you want, you can replace what you have. I mean, you've got a mace now, Dorcas, that replaced your club. But if you want to upgrade your armor, you can upgrade it to something that costs 1 more. So if you've got reinforced leather, you could probably go up to chainmail. You are captains, so you're leaders of your men. So it seems out of place for you not to have either equal to or better equipment. So I will let you have 5-10 minutes and just let me know if there's any equipment that you want. It can't cost more than resources 2, and you are expected to hand these back. Checking myself. And do you guys have any archery or thrown, or is it all melee?
I think, yeah, I've got 2 in archery.
Okay. You can, if you want, get yourself a bow. Resources 1. Whether it be just like a short bow. Yeah, there's plenty of short bows. You can stick a short bow on your list. As far as armor's concerned, maybe anything for medium. So a chain shirt, a lamella coat, or a scale coat. As you're approaching the point where you know you're going to go into mainland and perhaps go straight into war, and everyone has this feeling. Everyone's chief concern is, right, what equipment can I get hold of? And once one person heads to the armory, everyone else starts to head to the armory. But you're offered opportunity first, so you've got the pick of the crop. There isn't any, like, you may be able to get like a fine piece of equipment that costs 1 or 0, but nothing fine that would increase the cost above 2 for armor. For equipment and for bows or for range, it's cost 1, and for weapons, again, it's cost 1. So for you, Marco, your blade, your rapier is probably better than anything else that's in the armory.
Yeah, I was going to keep my weapons. I already had a short bow too, so.
All right. Okay. You get yourself some more arrows.
Yeah, I didn't write down any arrows, so I should probably do that.
Well, for arrows, there are 3 types. Blunt, which does trauma. You got broadhead, which just adds +1 to the wounds. So your short bow has a base power of 3. With a broad arrow, it's base damage of 4 wounds. Barbed doesn't add any more wounds to it, but it can inflict bleed.
Yeah, I'll grab some barbed arrows.
Yeah, cool. I thought you might. Okay. You managed to get yourself 10 of those. So you got 20 broadhead, 10 barbed arrows. Dorcas, anything that gets your attention? I can't hear you, Ken.
I already have a chain
All right. Okay.
Is it
Right.
is it possible to get like a splint Circo to go heavy armor? Is that a possibility?
No. There's no.
So
you
so
couldn't get hold
pretty
of-
much I could do the scale coat or the
So you,
lamelier
yeah,
coat.
yeah. So that would knock your initiative down by 2, and it's
Yeah.
4 and 4. So your initiative would drop down. I think because your initiative's quite high. It's like 4, isn't it? 3 or 4. So your initiative would drop down.
Yeah,
So your
my
acumen is your base initiative, I think. So your acumen is that 3 or 4?
Yeah, 4. So it'd be an acumen of 2 if I was wearing that.
4. So your initiative would drop down to 2, but you've got the best protection.
Yeah.
And your encumbrance would be 2. So,
Yeah.
which is the same as chain share. Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
No problem.
So
Right.
I'll switch to that scale coat.
Yeah. Right. Brilliant. So you all. So the next day, the ship goes past Fanara, and you can see men, women, children all applauding from the dock side and the river side, cheering the name of Venice and Florence and Bologna. Cesago does not miss up the opportunity to port or to stop and get some men, and it's from here that he tops up to 300 men. The ship's slow. That's again beyond capacity, but he's now confident that there'll be 500 to 600 men easily that'll be marching to Bologna, so he is over the moon. You guys are on the first boat, and for the first time in 2 or 3 days, you actually managed to reach land knowing that you'll not be going back on the river. So, about 70 to 80 men get off the ship. The rest of the crew sail the boat further up the river to give the following ship space to dock. Cesago is very mercurial. He can change from being happy to angry in a second, and you see another side to him, so that as soon as the ship stops, he starts barking orders, and his white captains relay those orders, and with a military precision which neither of you have ever experienced. 70, 80 men are all armed, dressed in armor, and they are off the boat within 30 to 40 minutes. 1 or 2 carts taken off, provisions are piled up. The ship is emptied within an hour. And you, the 80 men, which consists actually, considering half of these men are yours, Marco, Cesago relies on you to do quite a lot of the organising. You are their link in the chain of command. So he barks orders at the white captains, and he barks orders at you. He talks to you as if you're just grunt, and you're kind of taken on the back foot at first, but then you realise that this is just the first hint of war, and you crack on with the orders. Marco, is your ally your friend from was it a friend from Sicily? Is he here as well?
I don't think so. I don't think he would really have much of a dog in the fight, and I think it would have been best to leave him back to kind of look after things. Take care of my uncle, check on him and stuff.
Brilliant. No problem. I'll let you then name an NPC who you rely on or can rely on to be your right-hand man, because you deal with 20, he deals with 20. You realise that if you can delegate, you speed things up a heck of a lot. So after about an hour, and realising that you've got another 5 hours before the next ship arrives, Marco approaches you two and summons you off to one side from the camp. You are on the mainland to the south and to the west, dominating the horizon. Are foothills leading up into the Apennine Mountains. Snow-peaked, jagged teeth that run down the center of Italy. Magnificent vista distracts both of you as you follow De Tizago away from the camp, and you can feel his steps relax. And then he turns round to both of you and says, I need eyes. I need eyes out. And he points over to a vantage point about 4 or 5 miles away. I need you to bring 5 other men. These need to be the best men. Ideally, people with good eyes. He turns to you, Dorcas, and says, I understand that you're Night's Watch, so I imagine that you have probably the best eyes of your company.
Yeah, we
I need
can
you
see in the dark.
Good. That's what I thought. Get to that vantage point, and from there you should be able to see all the way north to the far side, or the far reaches of the Po River. That's where the Duke's men will be marching from. So you two, take your 5 best men, get to that vantage point, and collect as much information. I need to know roughly how many men we're dealing with. If it's hundreds, we can probably just engage straight away, cut them off. If it's over 1,000 or thousands, we would have no option but to head straight to the rendezvous point at the bluff, at the crossroads, and then head straight to Bologna. So it is vital. I need to know the lay of the land. And also, if there are any scouts, any outriders from the Duke's forces, I need to know about them. We will camp here. We cannot move until all 3 ships have arrived. We've got 300 men here. Once you return and all 3 ships get here, we'll march. I can't leave a single man behind. I will give you, say, 2 hours to get there, 2 hours to get back. Okay? I can only give you about 4 hours. I will send out scouts further along the river, try and see if we can find anything. But that vantage point will provide me with all the information that I need. Okay? He looks to you, Marco, and says, I hope you're good with that bow. Dorcas, I hope you are good. I hope your eyesight's as good as you say. Don't do that. You do not fill me with confidence, Dorcas, when you do that. I am trusting you. Get to that vantage point. We need to know how many men we're dealing with. You've got 4 hours.
Is there perhaps a spyglass on one of the ships that we could borrow? Or on this ship that we could borrow?
Okay. He turns around, calls over one of his white captains, and says, right, see if the captain has one of those, what did you call it? Spyglass, Marco. Yeah, one of them. This white captain, this is the white captain that has been shadowing you, Dorcas, while you've been training your men. He's been shadowing you and giving you pointers. It's the live one. Nods and fleet of foot heads straight to the ship. A couple of minutes later, he returns. In that time, is there anything that you two wish to discuss with De Tizago?
No, I'm ready to go. Are we getting horses for this, or are we hoofing it?
Horses, if there are scouts out there, you can't hide on horseback.
Mm-hmm.
If they spot you, then
we're done.
yeah.
All right. Yeah,
We cannot allow them to know of our presence here.
I think that we can. I mean, we can do our best.
That's all we can do. That's all I expect. I will see you back in 4 hours. Is there anything else? Is there any other messages that you wish me to relay to the men that you leave behind? I'll give you 20, 30 minutes, but is there anything in particular that you would like me to say to your men in your absence? And he says this to both of you.
Well, just be good. Don't act up.
Right? Yes. Okay. I shall do that. Marco?
No, I think they've got everything covered. They'll be fine.
Right, Captain. Sprints back. In a leather roll, he slides out spyglass, hands it to you, Marco.
Yes. Thank you.
Titizago says 4 hours. That'll give us enough time for the next ship arrives to prepare. Whether we can march out and intercept, or we build a perimeter and we fortify this camp. Okay. Godspeed.
We'll rush off.
You have now. You need to choose 5 men.
Yeah, I got.
You can make these men up.
I got 2 men.
These are your NPCs.
I'm gonna
Is there anyone that's
take,
been named already?
Yeah, I'm gonna take one of the guys that ran off, like after I said we're going on line, out of line, and then came back. I'm gonna take at least one of those guys with me, and then I'll take Luigi and Mario. Of course, I gotta take Mario.
Taking Luigi.
Yeah, I don't have names for all these guys, but I guess I should name them all, or does that matter?
Yeah, I'm looking up a list of Italian names, 1400s Italian names right now.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna take the other Matteo. We'll call him Matteo 2. Yeah, I got my little 5 group. Can't believe you, Alfredo, taking off on me like that. Oh, and I would also take Orazio Sala.
Sorry about that. Internet cut off. Apologies. So Alfredo's the first one, and that's as far as I got before my internet died.
Yeah, Alfredo, Luigi. I'm gonna take Matteo 2, or Do.
No, Matteo.
No,
will not be appearing.
It's not Matteo. It's Matteo Do. Deaux.
Also, not Bill's character.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that's all right. Okay. Do I know? Has Matteo Do?
Yeah.
Is he a newcomer to the story?
Yeah, he's new.
He's new. Okay. So he's
and then
new. Right, that's fine.
Orazio, the palace guard that we conscripted.
He's quite a big burly sort of guy.
Oh, is he? He's not super.
Yeah, because he's kind of he's got the same physicality as you, but not as light of foot.
Then I take a couple of little guys that are light on the feet.
This is not 5 each. This is 5 between the 2 of you, so that's 7 men head out. Because otherwise, if you've got 12 men, that's quite a large company. You want a small number.
Okay, yeah.
So it's 5 between the 2 of you.
Then Alfredo and Luigi and myself, that would be
Yeah.
enough.
So
What's
three more. Three more. So you two plus 5. So
Oh,
yeah, so we need 3 more. Unless you want to take fewer. The smaller the number, the easier it is to hide and to sneak. But it means less eyes, and if there is an encounter, you've got less men. So it's a risk. If you want to go for more than 5, you can. Highly up to you. It's just your decision.
well, Marco, who do you want to bring? You bring a couple of your
I'll take.
folks.
I'm gonna take three of the guys from the school, the ones that are, like the lankiest ones that are quick and fast. There'll be Vito, Nico,
and
Scalvo.
Scalvo. I like that one. Oh, how'd you spell it?
S
You don't get
S
spell it.
C
SC.
ALVO.
Oh, Scalvo. I'm definitely going to use that at some point.
Oh yeah, if you
So
like
if-
that,
if-
there's one. I found one for like my second in command, who's not coming with me.
Oh.
There's Glaxio.
Galaxio. Oh wow. See, knowing that Ken was going to be here, I actually prepared more random names, but you didn't go down that avenue, so thankfully it's fine. But Scalvo, I love it. You gotta love Italian names. One moment. Okay, so it's Alfredo Luigi. I'll wait till he comes back if he really does want Matteo. And then
I think your internet froze up again.
I think you're right. It did froze up.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I don't
I
need to
think
take my Matteo due. I think just the one is fine. Unless
I think
you,
we should take like a 5-minute break. Let him get his internet straightened out, reset router, or whatever needs to be. And we'll be back.
I agree. We'll be right back.
Brilliant. Thank you. Apologies for that. Internet went down. So, where were we? Two of you are heading out. There is Alfredo, which is Night Watch. Luigi, Night Watch. 3 members of the fencing school that Marco has known for 2 years at least. Are you bringing any more people, or are you going to keep it to 7?
We'll keep it
I think
small.
seven's
Yep.
good. Seven's
Okay.
actually a little big for a scout party.
Well, if you want to have smaller, it's up to you.
I think it's good.
Okay, right, brilliant. So. Now, the dreaded question. I don't have your character sheets in front of me, but how athletic are your characters? We're talking 2 hours walk up a hill. I don't want, you can make rolls if you want, but can I just get a gist of your athletics?
Marco's got a 3.
I got a
Three.
3 as well.
Oh wow, bloody hell. What about run?
Run, I have a 0 of run,
Okay.
but I got a 2 in resistance and a 2 in weights.
Right. Okay.
And I got a
Marco,
stealth
have you got
too.
anything in run? Stealth? No, that's cool. Marco, have you got
No
anything
run.
in run? No. Okay. Right. So, you heading up the hills, and as mentioned before, it's the majestic view of Apennine Mountains. Imagine, as you will, the sound of music, except for there's no singing nuns, irritating children, and there's no Nazis. You are heading into blue skies, white-capped mountains, and grey granite that just dominates the entire vista. After about half an hour, you're travelling from field to field. These fields are farmland, and you would have expected that the crops would have been brought in and the harvests have been completed, but there is nothing but long grass. This gives you guys a massive advantage for travelling. The only person who, you can all duck and be hidden by the tall grass. The only person who can't, who has to really stoop, is Dorcas. This tall grass is ideal. Unfortunately, it's ideal cover for any scouts out there. As you head up the hill, you climb over fence, next field, over fence, die, and so forth. You reach to a point where the slope starts to level out, and you reckon you're about halfway. Just so I've got an idea of how much distance covered, could I have a control run, control athletics, and add run? See, neither of you have run, so it's just a straight control. For you're not wanting to sprint, you don't need to use brawn. It's just about controlling your breathing, controlling the pace that you walk at, climbing up. Just so I've got an idea of what state you're in by the time you get to this halfway point, because you've been walking for an hour non-stop.
Oh shit.
Up a hill.
Well, I got 3 10s. And
Okay, you're,
8.
you're fine. Jesus. Right. Marco?
A second.
Yeah. Dorcas, for you, this is just flat land. You spend your entire evenings walking. This is what you do for a living. You're fine. Your upper arms and above the tall grass, and you can just see all around you. You reckon, at the rate that you're going, you could probably get to the top of that hill in about half an hour.
Yeah,
Look
let's go,
behind
guys.
you are well ahead of the majority of the 5 NPCs. Marco, how did you do?
34.
Jesus, right. Okay, you two are pretty much close to the head. The other 5 are slowing you down, but you're not losing time. You reckon you'll get there within 2 hours. 2 hours there. Surveillance, reconnaissance, 2 hours back. That'll be fine. You are on target. Is there anything that you guys are doing in particular as you're heading up the hill? What are you focusing on?
I'll probably try and be a little stealthy.
Okay. Can I have a?
Or should I focus on perceiving stuff?
That's.
What do you think, Marcus? Should I look for things or be stealthy?
It applies to both of you.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you should look for tracks, trails for any other scouts.
I think I'll look for things. I'll do surveillance, perception, then.
Yeah, and Marco, whenever we stop to let the others catch up, he'll get a little closer to the bluff and pull that spyglass out and take a look, see if there's any evidence along the river of where someone might have crossed, like a small rowboat or fishing boat or something. I think he froze up again.
Yeah, I think he did. I think I'm gonna say that the internet is not. He did. It's like in deep thought, waiting for the
Deep. Meditating.
It's all of the game masters on our podcast that we do seem to have bad internet, and so like everything just hangs. when this stuff
Terrible.
happens, just like that is it. That's the world. I mean, we could discuss this online. Or do you think I should do stealth? Should one of us do stealth and one of us do looking out? I don't know if that balances. I don't know the mechanics of this game very well. So if we balance that, I do have a pretty high perception though. So.
Yeah, I don't have any stealth, and I only have a little bit of perception.
Yeah. I have a much higher perception than I do of stealth.
Yeah, I said we just keep a lookout and not really worry about being stealthy.
Okay. Then I'll just do perception. And I'm not really sure. Is that like attention? Is that a cumin? I'm not really sure the direction that is. What do you think about this campaign so far?
Oh, I love it. I think it's great. I love the politics. I love the setting, especially.
What do you expect? I know that we were expecting to go to war or to have a murder mystery, but I feel like we're doing Plan C today. Are there any things you're looking forward to in the next coming episodes or games?
Little combat, murder mystery be fun. I know John has a crazy imagination, and so I'm sure he's got something up his sleeve for us.
And where's this place with the cliffs and the kayaks? Where is that?
Oh, it's just off the internet somewhere.
Internet. It looks like I want to go to there and do that. I do like kayaking. Do you kayak?
Yeah. Kayak or canoe. We do float trips all the time. The Ozarks isn't too far from here. There's bluffs like that all over. There's rivers. Buffalo River is a really good one in northern Arkansas. If you get the chance,
Nice.
That's a great float.
We're doing the Nantahala in a couple of weeks. It's in North Carolina, and it's class 2, class 3 whitewater. It's kind of like, it's beautiful in the Rockies. It's on the way between us and that river, though, is where the flooding took place and washed out a bit of the I-40. So we got to take the tail of the dragon to get there, which is this like super curvy road. So it's like very curvy, and then it gets into, whitewater. My mighty Toyota Camry is gonna take these turns, and usually when I run this, it's like if there's a motorcycle or something behind you, they're going about as fast as they possibly can go, so they're just on you,
Right.
and you're maxing out. My tires are squealing the whole time. Welcome back. I think we were discussing marching orders and how we were gonna spend the time going up the hill, or the next step. I think we both decided on surveillance.
So surveillance is priority, stealth is secondary. Okay. Right. From both of you then, one of you has a spyglass. Let me know which one of you is using the spyglass. Can I get then a attention, perception, surveillance from both of you? Whoever is using the spyglass, please retain 2 extra dice on what you roll, because you can't. The short to medium distance, you're not going to have any benefit because you're going to literally have tunnel vision, but you'll be able to see much further away. So you're not going to get a bonus to the roll. You're just going to be able to see more, and hopefully see what needs to be seen. Okay. Marco, what do you get? And did you have the spyglass? Are you using the spyglass?
Yeah. Marco uses spyglass.
Okay. Not sure what the spyglass does.
He got a 21.
21. Okay.
I got a 23.
So spyglass. I've just looked. I should actually read the rules that I've written. Reduces the detriment based on the distance of object. So, okay, no, that's fine. Right, we'll keep that 21. Right. Dorcas, what did you get?
I got a 23. I would imagine he's looking further away, and I'm kind of looking for closer up signs.
Yeah. Okay, no problem. Okay. Marco, you have a glinty thing, and it's not quite sunset. Could I have I don't think you'll have... Could I have a presence, stealth, hide roll?
Sure.
Or, which is highest? Overlooked, which is a defense, or your hide?
Yeah, I have no hide.
Have you got overlooked?
I do have overlooked of 1, so it'd be a -5.
So it's -5. It's up to you. Do you want to have it so that I roll, or I'll get Ken to roll and I'll deduct 5 from it, or do you want to make the roll and I'll apply an unknown detriment?
I want to make the roll because I just got 2 10s, so.
Yep. Okay. No problem. Let me know what your total is.
23.
23. Okay. Right. So you can, because you haven't quite reached the crest of the hill yet, so this is what you see, Marco. Way off, you can see the glittering thread of the river Po as it flows off into the mainland up to the top of the mountains. You can see dots. It's quite, because of the angle, you know that if you can get to a higher point, this spyglass is a stroke of genius. You'll be able to see a lot more of what's going on. But you can see from this distance that there are crossing the river and camping at the river, and then you're not sure, you can't quite tell, you're not 100% sure if you can see figures moving south from the river, or if it's just a camp at the river. Okay? Dorcas, because you've decided to survey on the short distance, as in the perimeter of this hill, and it's a huge hill.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's getting chilly up here as the sun begins to set, because it's that high up. You can see one or two, not figures, but disruptions in the tall grass. You look again, and it's gone. What do you do? As I say, you can see it about as far as like half a mile to a mile at the most, and about less than half a mile away, for a split second, and there's no breeze, you can see grass twitching. You're not sure how many twitches there were, but there's definitely something going on.
I'm gonna tell Marcus and the rest of the crew. I think we have company up the way there.
So this is at the. So you're halfway up the hill.
Yeah.
These guys are about quarter up the hill, but you're coming in from the east. They're coming in from the north. That sort of thing.
You think we should head them off at the pass?
You don't know which direction they were traveling in, though. That's the problem. You saw 2 or 3 twitches, so you might have an idea of how many there is, but you don't know if they're going north, east, southwest. Do you want to make another roll?
Yeah.
Or
I'll give it a little another roll if that's what is needed to kind of try and understand. I'll give it another look-see.
Okay, instead of that roll, could I get I just need to know how subtle you are, because you are the tallest person here.
Sure.
Can I get a control, stealth, hide?
Yes. I don't have any hide, I just have overlooked.
No, because you're acting. I'm gonna make a couple of rolls. Marco, do you duck underneath the grass?
I do tell him that there's somebody over there.
Yeah. As soon as you mention that, Luigi and Alfredo duck. Marco, do you duck?
Yeah.
Yep.
For sure.
And then your 3 follow you. So the only person that's above the grass line is Dorcas. What did you get?
I got I got 110, a 1 and a 5. So I don't know. Is that 20?
Ditch the 1. So that's how many dice are you keeping?
I keep 3, but I only rolled 4.
Okay.
Oh wait.
Ditch the 1.
No, I didn't roll enough dice. I was supposed to roll 3 more. I was supposed to roll 6. 2 more. Oh no, 3 more.
Right.
I rolled 3.
What's your control dice? What's your dice
6.
pool for control?
6.
Okay. Right. Okay. Roll the other 3.
And that is another 10. And then how many do I keep? 3?
How much have you got in stealth?
Oh, 1. I keep 1.
Just keep 1.
So I got 20. 9 without
Okay.
overlooked. So it'd be 34 with overlooked.
Right, you don't ignore the overlooked. That's
Yeah.
you knock that off their roll, but that's fine. Okay, you lift yourself up. You glance. Do you want to borrow the? Do you ask Marco for the looking glass, or do you use your eyes?
I just used my eyes.
Okay. Right, you see those twitching again. You reckon there's 4 or 5. You're so conscious of not being seen that you can't give yourself the full vantage point. So you reckon there's between 4 and 5, and they are changing direction. It looked as though they were heading to the top of the hill, but now they're heading straight towards you.
It looks
So
like
at the moment,
we got a group of 5 or 6 headed right towards us.
okay. Alfredo, Luigi, look to you and say, "What do we do?"
Well, I suppose we do a little ambush. Maybe they saw me, maybe they didn't, but you know, I'll be the bait if you guys want to hide in the grass.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's lure them into you.
Yeah.
We'll surround them. The 3 of us will take one side, or 4 of us will take one side. You guys can go
So-
together.
Are you making your presence known, Dorcas?
Well, I don't. Did you see anything, Marcus?
Just a camp off in the distance.
Yeah.
The Vipers started crossing the river already.
Okay. Should we? Well, I guess. Where is that camp? Just over there. Okay. I'm gonna
It's
make it.
miles and miles and miles away.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it so they probably can't see me from the camp.
Oh no, the camp. Yeah.
Yeah.
If these 5 twitches, because you don't know if they're people or not. If these 5 twitches are scouts, they'd have left the camp hours ago. That's how far away you are and them, because they're less than half a mile away. That's how far away you are from what Marco believes to be the army of the Viper. Okay.
Well, I'll start kind of. All right. I'll start making a little noise and be like, "What? Which way? Where am I?"
So
Yeah, so
you are deliberately going to get their attention at some point, not straight away.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
are you? What's the fine details of the plan? Because I know what these twitches are about to do.
Sure.
So you let me know what the plan is.
I think I make some noise and you guys surround them when they come by.
Yeah, and I think we're gonna like low crawl, slow. Try not to disturb the grass too much, but kind of spread out so that by the time they get to Dawkins, they'll be right in the middle of all of us, and then we can spring the trap. And also, here's what Marco's going to do. He's going to use his red hand ability to detect metal and reach. He's going to reach out and try to pinpoint where they are, how many of them there are, where they're moving.
Yeah. So the detect element spell is the straightforward spell. It translates the presence of that particular element into a sensation that's in your head. So you can see without seeing, you can smell without smelling. You don't need a line of sight. It's your soul's connection with the world around you, and it connects. It kind of like how static will jump from one point to another. That's what your detect element spell does. And so what we'll do then is we'll go through that spell, but I want to double check the range. So, because this is the first time we've done spells, we're going to do spells from scratch. So if you want to make a note of how this spell works so that you just go, right, I'm going to do it, bosh, this is what to expect. Create a spell book of your own. It's entirely up to you. The system uses tricks, not a list of spells. So a trick can be used in different ways, depending on how you want to use it. It can be as specific or as general as you want it to be, but each one is a different spell. Okay? And then if you really like a spell, you can spend experience and make it a signature spell, and it comes cheaper, and you just become better at it. Okay? So, with spells, you have something called parameters. The parameters are all, it's like how your spell takes shape. So, the first parameter is duration. Parameters require parameter points. You have a number of parameter points equal to your soul. So I think Dorcas, your soul is 2, isn't it? So you've got 2 parameter points. Whilst Marco, I think your soul is 1, so you've got 1 parameter points, yeah?
Yep.
Yep. Every time I go off screen, I can't tell if I've lost internet because it goes quiet, so apologies if I vanish. So,
Great.
Was that right? So you've got 1 parameter point. So what I'm going to try and do is... So I wasn't sure if you guys were going to use the spell.
It's perfect timing for it.
Yeah. I was like, come on, someone mentioned the spell. Get to use magic.
I've been waiting for a time. Perfect.
Yeah. Just...
Yeah, I'm looking through the book to kind of see it.
Yeah. Obviously the book's changed, so I won't be able to give you the... I'm trying to create a snippet of it so I can put it on the screen and you can have a look at it. Because the spell itself, I've given you the trick, but you don't know what the parameters are. So effectively, because you've got 1 parameter point, your spell is quite limited. It's on you, and the range at the moment, if you put your 1 parameter point into it, you can reach your soul times 5. So you can reach a radius of 10 foot in every direction. So it's quite low. If Dorcas was to do it, he'd be able to cover a 20-foot radius. So you'd have to get really close to see them. So it's a spell that's not specifically designed for long distance. There are other tricks out there which are designed for that, but this simple detect element, it isn't specifically designed for what you're trying to do, but you can still use it. It just means that you have to get close, or let them get close to you. Okay?
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Yep.
Then I'll tell like everybody in the grass, stay as hidden and quiet as possible, move on my go. And then once they're close enough that we can hear them, then I'll go ahead and cast that and reach out.
Right. Okay. No problem.
If that works.
Yeah. I'm going to put in Discord then. So Ken, in the linen tapestry, I am going to upload parameters. So if you want to get that onto the screen when it comes through, this is what is used for all spells. The whole idea is you set the parameters, you make your note in your spell book, and it just starts so that when you want to come back to it, you go, right, I want to use this combination. Because you've got Soul 2, you've got parameter 2. You've got a bigger range. So I've made a slight mistake. So for Soul of 1, your area, Marco, is 10-foot radius. For Dorcas, if he wants to, he can set it to 100-foot radius, because you can put your 2 parameter points in there. You can mess around with it. You can change the duration. You can change the range, how many components. Those 3. So duration, range, components are always fixed. And then you have to choose one of the 4 targets. And there are 4 types of target: a pattern, an area, a weight, and a volume. So for this is an area. And then let me know, Ken, when you've managed to get that onto the screen. Miller, are you able to see the parameters that I've uploaded to the linen tapestry in Discord?
Yeah, I've got them here.
Okay, so it's quite limited. So it's a trade-off. You can have it for 1 round and put your other points, your parameter points elsewhere. You can increase the range, shorten the range. It's entirely up to you. So the area is circular, but if you wanted to put points into range, you can actually, rather than it being you being the center of the radar, Dorcas, you could apply it like 100 yards away and then create it as a 10-foot radius circle. It's entirely up to you. As I say, the spells are all freeform. You decide how the spell works. Okay. If
I could detect the heat of their bodies.
Yep. Exactly. Yeah. With Marcos, you're assuming that they have metal. If they're not wearing any metal, they won't appear, but they'll all have body heat. So if you both want to try it, go for it.
Yeah, go for it.
Right. They get closer and closer and closer. So say you guys have spread out. Correct me if I'm making assumptions or anything like that. So you've spread out, 3 on one side, 3 on the other, to lure them in, where Dorcas is the bait.
Yeah, making some bear noises, some kind of scratching a little bit the ground, kicking up some dirt, acting mad, like I'm lost or something.
So at the moment, they're about they're approaching 100 yards away. You can see the twitches. There are 5 twitches moving towards you. Mm-hmm. You do occasionally see a cap or hair, the top of someone's head, briefly come up and then back down, and then they keep moving very, very slowly. These guys are really good. You think there's at least 5 people. It's hard to tell. So the choice is yours. You obviously want a radius of at least 10 foot. So that's 1 parameter point put into the area for the size. Do you want to spend your second parameter point on the range and you cast it 100 yards away where they are just reaching? Or do you want to use your second parameter point on making it last longer? So at the moment, if your duration is 1 round, it'd be like a blip of information.
Right. I think
you can spend it.
I think that I'll wait and just I think making it last longer is kind of good, just in case they try to run. and maybe I'll be able to. There's no reason.
They won't know that you've cast anything because there's no outward. Yeah. So, but you have. I mean, each activation of the spell is 2 mana, and your mana pool can easily cover it. So you can cast it multiple times.
Right. Well, I'll cast it once just when they come, so I know, and I kind of get my weapon ready.
Okay. Let me know at what point what's the range? Because they are now within 1 parameter point.
Well, I'm kind of hoping one of them will talk to me, but
nope.
I don't know.
They are staying quiet. They're 100 yards. They're getting closer.
Yeah.
You cannot hear them. However, Marco, can I get a attention, perception, surveillance to see if you can hear? Because you're closer. You just don't know how close they are because you can't see them because you've remained hidden.
Okay. Two 10s and two 1s.
Okay.
So that's 20. I have an awareness of 5 minus 5.
That's so. Add your surveillance. What was your surveillance?
Oh, my survey. I have no surveillance. So
Okay, so it's 20, right? Okay. You think you hear something rustling the grass, maybe about 50 feet away. You're not sure. You can't even hear your men. You can hear nothing. So there's like an overwhelming silence as the tension builds up. Ken, I'll let you make your roll now. So, when it comes to spell casting outside of combat like this, you spend 1 round forming the spell.
Yeah.
And the second round is the execution. So, you form the spell, you spend your 2 mana. The duration, are you having a split round? Or do you want to put one of your parameter points just to make it last 2 rounds? Because at the moment your soul is 2, and that would make it last for 2 rounds.
Yeah.
Do you want to do like that?
I think making it last a little longer would be good. Because what I might do is when they get a little bit close, I might duck into something just in case they gotta.
Yeah.
You know.
They are.
So
they're at least 10 rounds away from you in combat-wise. If they started sprinting, things will change. But they're being sneaky. Right. They're trying not to be seen. They're moving so slowly.
I wanna wait until they're pretty close. Like I would say 2 or 3 rounds away. Okay. And I feel like if it's that shorter duration, why not just use my surveillance ability? You know.
Okay.
Until they get close, and then use my magic ability when they're close, so I can attack them and not have to see them. Does that make sense?
Yeah. No, that's fine. No, that's perfect. Okay. Right. No, that's brilliant. Right. So, okay. They are okay. So you want to use it for an ambush, so you can blind attack them. Yeah. Perfect. Brilliant. Okay. No, that's fine. See, that's what so rather than having a long distance supernatural detection, you want to have it ambush.
Yeah, I want to have it wait till they get close, and so I'm just kind of surveilling them till they get close enough to where, because like if they have arrows and stuff like that, you know.
Yeah.
No, that's have to run at a bunch of arrows.
Yeah. Right. So you're waiting.
Yeah.
Marco, you're still listening out. You can hear one of your men whispering like, "What's that noise?" And then, for a split second, string. Everyone can hear a twang, followed quickly by a second twang. Now, none of you can see where they are. You know where they're coming from. They have no idea where you guys are except for Dorcas. They know where Dorcas is. Okay. Dorcas, you're not aware, but you're off guard. So you know, as soon as you hear that twang, that you know something's coming your way. You can dodge.
Yeah.
Because you know that they're on. Okay. So I'm going to roll their archery. Marco, can you roll 2 10s? If they're odd, if any of them are odd, they automatically miss. If they're even, they hit, but you still apply your dodge against one of them. Okay, so Marco, roll your first dice.
5.
5. So, okay, it misses. Second one.
3.
3. Right. You dodge, Dorcas, because you just move instinctively.
Yeah.
And you hear 2 hours go cutting, slicing through the grass.
Howdy, fellas. Why don't you come out here where I can see you? I'm a little lost.
Are you standing up fully at this point?
I won't stand. Yeah, I mean, I do. Like, is it uncomfortable? It's hard for me to crouch down, so maybe I would stand up.
It's entirely up to you. I've been going with the premise of you don't want to be too obvious.
Yeah.
As in, just like standing around.
I'm trying to draw
It's up to
him
you.
out a
Do you
little bit.
stand up?
Yeah, I'll stand up.
Okay. Stand up. So,
fellas. No
right,
need for
as
that,
you're
fellas.
talking, as you're talking, you can hear 2 more bowstrings being drawn and twang twang. So 2 hits. You're now standing. They can see you. They have cold shot, so they can go for your head.
Oh shit.
You can dodge. You can dodge one of them.
Mm-hmm.
They've got 6 dice. What is your dodge? This is for the first one.
My dodge is -15.
Okay, so -15. Head is -20. So it's -35 for the first hit.
Ooh.
You duck. It whistles over your head. Second one. Another cold shot. You can't dodge this, but the -20 still applies. 10. Have you got any armor on your head?
Yeah, I got a. What is it? What is head? I got a helmet, I think. Just
What's
a regular helmet.
Is it what's its? So let's have a look at the armor. So what's it called? Is it cap, helmet, or what's the other one? Coif.
I just had a helmet. Whatever the zero is. Whatever the zero helmet is. I feel like it's not expensive helmet. I gotta find it. I could have sworn I got it.
So has it got hardness 0, soak of 1?
I don't know. Where is the helmet?
It'll be on the second sheet under equipment. Onto the armor.
I don't think I have a helmet. I think I don't have
if you
one
don't,
written down.
You don't. Okay, no problem.
But I thought
okay.
I had a helmet. I thought I got sleeves and a helmet. No, I have a heavy helmet.
A heavy helmet.
Yeah, it says
Right.
heavy on my character sheet.
Heavy helmet. Right. So
It
you're
says
wearing a helmet.
I was looking for helmet. It says helm.
Your attention's at -2 though, wearing this helmet. This is like a full knight's helmet. So whenever you're making perception rolls, remember you need to knock off 2 dice from your
I didn't know
perception rolls. Yeah.
That would be my bad.
Yeah. Okay, well we'll let that slide. Okay. So your hit. So it's 10, 24, 35. Right. Your hit in the head. They don't use barbed arrows because that's just cruel. They use broadhead instead. So that's 3, 4, Right. Clips off your helmet, and you take 1 fatigue from it. You're wearing like the best headgear out there, which is why it's got such a massive penalty to perception. If it wasn't a play test, I would have said that you weren't wearing it because you've been using it. You wouldn't have been wearing it to see things, if you know what I mean, because you'd have your nose guard and around the eyes. So yeah, but when it slides, you take 1 fatigue.
Where does that go on the character sheet?
So on your character sheet under health, you've got your side of health. You've got your hit locations, and then along the bottom you've got fatigue. So you've got at -0, you've got a number of ranks equal to your resistance times 2. So what is your resistance? Negative modifier.
Resistance. That's is a good question.
That is under.
I have 20 fatigue.
No.
Or is that normal?
Oh, right, so yeah, that sounds right. So your resistance is -10. So
yeah,
that's fine. Right, it just clips off your helmet. You're lucky. You reckon that if you weren't wearing that helmet, it would have caught you straight, maybe in the eye or
in the face.
In the face. Yeah. You can hear it. You just hear it clattering off your head.
Hey.
Marco, do you want from the noise for everything that's been going on? Do you want to cast your spell to figure out what metal is out there? Your spell will last. Yep, go ahead. So you roll your soul, keep a number of dice equal to the element that you've got. So it's roll 2, keep 1. If there's any 10s, keep them.
That's a 6.
Did you get any 10s or anything like that?
No, I got a 1 that I threw out, and then.
Right. Okay, no problem. Next round, you can do it if you want. You reckon that they are 50, maybe 50 feet away from you? You're not sure. You're just basing this off the twangs, but all the twangs have been heading past you towards Dorcas. So you spend 1 round forming the spell. That's the first round of twangs. The second one is you fail, and that's when the second round and Dorcas gets clipped by an arrow. Dorcas, what's your action?
Fellas, I'm gonna have to kill you now. I will run at them with the mighty force that I can. I will close the gap.
Right. You pelt it through the grass. The grass obviously slows you down. Some of it, as you're trampling through it, folds over. You feel like you've no idea the layout of the land underneath. So
I mean, I've been in here for a while waiting for them to find me. I guess I knew some of the layout. I've been surveilling.
Yeah, it's not because it's all under grass, and these are ploughed fields. It's not. Gotcha. Yeah, so what I'm getting at is it's not like walking on the stone pavements. So you run, but as you're running, you realise if you run too fast, you could risk having to make a roll, and then you could trip over or whatever. It's up to you. Do you want to risk and sprint and possibly fall over, or do you want to keep at a distance where you'll get them in about 3 rounds?
Oh, it'll take me 3 rounds to get them. I might just stop and hide real quick while they reload. I'll get a little closer, and then I was like, wait a second, this is not good for me. And then I might duck down because if I'm in tall grass, they can't shoot through tall grass, so.
They can shoot through like the top half, but like before, if Marco rolls an odd, it completely misses you. And if they do manage to hit at you, you can apply your dodge because you're off guard. Yeah. Sort of thing. So you've got a bit of cover It's just
Yeah.
not perfect.
Well, can I?
Unless you...
I can't see him.
Go ahead.
So
Yep.
maybe I'll duck down and then I'll activate the magic so I can feel where they are and move to them more slowly.
Yep. Yep, no problem. Okay. Next round. Marco, what are you doing? Because your men, you can hear them moving closer and closer to them. Dorcas is doing a great job. He's attracted all their attention, and these guys are heading towards them. However, from your vantage point, you can only work out that there's 4 active, because there's only been 4 hours shot. Okay. What are you doing?
I'm gonna go ahead and prep the spell again. Maybe I'll have better luck when they're closer.
Yeah. Okay. You form the spell, spend another 2 mana on it. Your guys are inching closer. The guy that was on your left is now bypassing you. And your trap that you've effectively, like all 7 of you planned, is slowly getting into position. You just need Dorcas to somehow pull them into the trap, because at the moment they're still on the edges. Guys on the other side are doing the same. 2 archers who were reloading last round shoot again. Dorcas, you've ducked. Marco, can I get a D10 roll? If it's an even, they can hit. What are you doing? Can you make your roll?
10.
What did you get?
A 10.
Okay, hits. Right. Dorcas, you just know they're going to shoot at you. And as soon as you hear that twang, you flinch. Are you dodging?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I'm gonna dodge.
Yep, flinch, dodge. Okay, so it's not a headshot, it's just a random shot. So it takes off 15, so I'm going to... Marco, can you roll another D10 and we'll see which hit location? It'll hit. If it does hit. Oh, God.
2.
2, and that is, so on your character sheets, you've got
It's a
little
left
numbers
arm.
next to you.
Is that correct?
Yeah, left arm. Yep. You feel something whistle past your left arm. Second archer. Marco, can I have another roll to see if they hit blindly?
6.
6, right, that hits. Can I have a D10 to see which hit location it'll strike?
4.
4. Right, torso. Okay.
Torso. And
So he's
can
not
I
dodging.
dodge again?
No, you can only dodge once.
Or can I evade?
No, evade is for when you're being pursued. You know, like say for example, you're being chased through streets. Evasion is all about how to lose a tail. So
Can
right, that's 26. These guys
Stealth.
have archery of so it's 26 plus their archery of 10, so that's 36, hitting you in the torso. That's that's 3. Just gonna check the outcome.
I feel like if I'm
it's
in
in a-
tall grass, there should be some impairment.
But no, because it's just grass. It'll just cut through. The only impairment is they can't see you whatsoever.
I
Hence
don't
the
know if
mist.
you've ever been in tall grass before, but it doesn't work like that.
But if it's an arrow, if it's an arrow that's as thin as the grass, it'll just whistle through.
It's
like
fine. It's your game. It's your mechanics. But grass is pretty thick.
Oh, okay. That's fair enough.
It would at least. I mean, if you can't see the person in front of you, if you don't have line of sight, I mean, it's hard to think that arrow would be too easy to to pull back and penetrate, or get through the grass. Just,
broadheads,
an observation.
Broadheads especially they'll get thrown off, and that's just anecdotally. Broadheads through grass, they'll go wild. But
Okay.
I mean, it's fantasy world.
Yeah.
It is your world. You've built it. You know the situation.
Okay, no, that's a fair point. So they've got 36. It's an impressive success. So it's +1 wound. No. The whole grass thing is a really good point. I'm going to increase. So it's going to hit when it hits you. What armor are you wearing? What's your chest?
What
protection have you got in your chest?
Or it's a scale cat. It's a 4 hardness.
Scale. All right. Okay. Right. Okay. What I was going to suggest is I was going to apply a hardness of 2, because effectively, as you guys are suggesting, that as it's going through the grass will slow it down, and it'll lose its sting. So the 7 damage that it's doing gets reduced to 5. Your armor is 4, and you can soak up to 4. So you take another fatigue. So I don't want to. Mechanics. I've written the mechanics, but the mechanics are based. I want a gritty game, not high fantasy. So input from players is fine. It just means that it would work both ways. So you take 1 more trauma, 1 more fatigue. Mm-hmm. Dorcas, what are you doing? Were you prepping your spell?
Yeah, I prepped my spell the last turn. I felt like, and I'm just kind of feeling them out. Are they getting closer to me? Can I move at all while prepping a spell, or is that just a?
No. You're technically you're kind of prone, because when you cast a spell, you've got 2 components.
Yeah, I'm low.
So each spell's
for sure.
Yeah.
All right, that's fine. I guess I'll just hang here and get my whippings.
No, that's fine. I mean, that's fine. So you've got So last round was your formation.
Yeah.
This round you cast your spell. So roll you've dodged. So say you've dodged. So you roll 1 less dice. And you can do your execution. So you roll 3 dice, keep 1, and pray you get a 10.
Oh yeah. I'll pray on that. We'll talk to the gods. I didn't get a 10. I got 9 and an 8 and a 3.
Okay. Now, you just for that brief moment, you can feel your consciousness connecting, but it then stops, and you just miss out. You can feel it's almost like a static, a shimmering of there's something being out there. Okay. Next round, these 4 archers, they have stopped moving, and they're just taking pot shots at where you were, Dorcas, because you haven't told me that you've moved away from it. You've dodged, so you've moved from side to side, shook the grass with you, but you haven't fled from that position, because I think that's the plan, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I feel like I just gotta suck them in.
Yeah. Marco, can I have a attention, perception, surveillance? And can you knock off -10 from whatever you roll?
I only got 7, so if you take 10 off of that, it'll be -3.
Negative. Okay, right. You hear one of the guys next to you say, "There's one moving." And the guy stops. He's like 4-5 feet away from you. He's one of your fencing guys. and he's talking straight to you, and you can just see his outline, but you can see his arm pointing out, like the silhouette of his arm, and he's pointing straight in front of you. And when you look, you can then work out that there's maybe the outline of a figure walking straight in front of you. What do you do?
Like right in front of me?
You it's hard to tell. He's maybe like he could. The direction is quite clear, but how far away he is, it's really hard because the sun is just reaching the mountains and it's tall grass. So whatever disadvantage those arrows had, you have the same sort of disadvantage, just as these guys do. But it's clear what their plan is: distract the big guy, shoot him with arrows, whilst at least one person is going in for the kill. What are you doing? There's just one that you can detect, and that's only based with the assistance of your companion on the side. What are you doing?
I've already prepped the spell, so I'm going to go ahead and use it.
Okay. Your characters probably won't have known this because you're kind of like, I want to try and introduce spells bit at a time.
Okay.
But you can prep so that you can spend one round and then you form this. So you spend up to between 1 and 3 rounds preparing, 1 round for the forming of the spell, and then the execution. So it drags things out, but you can, if you want, spend 1 round prepping. That gives you +5 to your execution roll. 1 round to then form the spell, and then on the 3rd round you make the roll. So because this is kind of like, it's all dragged out, so 1 round isn't the same as when it's like heavy melee combat. Each round is maybe 2 times longer. So if you want, while this guy's directly in front of you, you can have prepped the spell, so you've got +5 and then form, or you can say you're formed and then you execute. Do you want to sacrifice a round to gain +5, or go for it?
I'll just let it go. And I'll look over to my buddy and say, quiet. And then I'll pull my rapier up and try to sneak up to stab this guy.
Okay. 2 rolls then. First is, can I have a control, stealth, stalk?
Okay. Yeah, that's 9 altogether.
Right. You step forward, and after about your 3rd or 4th, the grass, your foot hits the base of some of the grass, and you hear a and the silhouette stops, and then he turns round. You can just about see each other. You're both off guard because neither of you can work out how far away you are. I'll come back. So you two can act at the same time once Dorcas has done his action. Dorcas, what are you doing?
I've had enough of these guys, and I clearly have had enough of magic, and I'm just gonna rush the closest one where I think the arrow. And can I use evade? Like do an evade rush? Like go kind of.
No, evade is when you want to evade someone. So if you're being pursued. So for example, if you were being chased.
All right.
And I would make the roll for them, and then you would say, right, I wanted you, and I'm evading, and that applies to defense, and it reduces it. So.
Okay. Is there a way to like make a ziggy zaggy?
You can stalk. Yeah, if you want to approach without being seen. Being seen,
it's not really being seen. I just want to kind of bombastically move so I'm harder to hit.
Yeah.
I want to move them. It's kind of like in keeping low, or maybe I just keep low and I just move forward at a solid rate.
The problem is that if you want to zigzag, that will be fine. But as you pointed out,
it's hard
tall
to see.
grass.
It's hard to get through.
It's hard to see, and it's hard to be nimble in it.
Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah. So
why don't I just? I'll just head towards them and at a fairly good clip.
As you realize,
carefully, but not.
Yeah. No, that's fine. So originally you were like prepping yourself for a long run, maybe 40, 50 feet towards those pesky arches, but then you realize that there's activity in front of you that's only like 10, 15 feet away.
Yeah.
You can reach them this round, so it'll be like a run-in. So you run in, match your first action, and then when you act, you're at -1 dice. Okay. So I'll let you go first. So you can have your action, and then these two act after you.
What are they? What do I see?
All you can see is silhouettes. You can see grass. So you've got two silhouettes approaching you, and then they've stopped.
Yeah.
One has torn grass down, but they're crouching, and the other one is a couple of feet closer to you, and they've stopped, and you can see like an opening in the grass as to where they are. That guy is closer to you, but the other guy, he's like maybe another 2 feet behind you, but you don't know if it's two enemies or two of your friends or what. You cannot tell.
Yeah, I'll get closer to where I could see him. To whoever's closer, I guess.
Oh, okay. So do you want to move in to assess, or do you want to move in to attack?
I want to move in and ready my sword for attack.
Okay, right. You move in.
Or my mace.
Mace. Yeah. You move in. You can tell that the one who's broken the grass, and there's a bit of an opening. From your vantage point of height, you can see that that's Marco, but he's facing perpendicular to you. Yeah. And the silhouette that was approaching you is now turning around, and they're kind of having a face-off without being able to see each other's faces.
Yeah.
Right, that's you. So back over to you two. So Marco, what are you doing? You're both acting at the same time.
I'm going to let him attack first. So I'll delay a little bit to parry. And I'm kind of hoping my friend and we'll get a chance to attack him too.
Okay, no problem. Right. He moves to hit you then. I'm going to... Right, melee then. Because of this whole tall grass thing, and that's a valid point, I'm going to say that everyone loses 1 dice from their actions, because you literally have to heave your way through. Piercing weapon, I'll say you don't, but if it's a hacking, slashing, or bashing, where you have to swing rather than just jab, you have that -1. But for piercing, stabby, you don't, because you're just cutting through the grass, okay? Right, this guy then has 3 dice to hit you. What are you doing? What's your defense?
Oh, I'm going to parry.
Parry? Are you going to parry and dodge, or just parry? You can mix and match. Just parry? Okay. What's your parry?
Yeah. I have it written down as 30, but let me double check up top.
Yeah, I think that might be from when it was double. So.
Yeah, it's 3. I got melee 3, parry 3, so it's 15.
Okay, 15. Right. He swings his sword. It slices the grass down. But he just misses you. He's about. You didn't even need to parry. He's so. You're both further away than you thought. So he swathes through the grass, and now you can see him. and now you can act. You know exactly how far you need to lunge forward to get to him.
Right. Speaking of lunging forward, I'm going to go ahead and use my lunge.
Okay, go ahead.
And let's see. Piercing. All right. Oh. It's 27. No, sorry, 37. I had a
37.
10 set to the side. 37, yeah.
Right, let's check what dodge and parry I've given these guys, because he's realised he's absolutely messed up, so he's on the back foot. So minus 10. Right, knock 15 off that. What's left?
22.
22. Okay, so
I think.
hit him with a competent success. Okay. That is so base damage only. So it's your speed plus the hardness of the weapon wounds.
Hardness is 4, but I did use the lunge.
Yes.
Which I took the 10 off, and it does 3 more. So that should be 7.
So, and what's your speed?
3.
3. So it's 10.
10.
Okay.
All right,
So
right.
10 wounds. Oh God, his armor. What did I give him?
I also have cold strike, so if I get competent, I can choose my target.
Yes, yeah. You can build these things up and really mully people, which you kind of have. So you've done 10, converts 2 of that into fatigue. He takes 8 wounds. Yeah, he's down. You skewer him. You lunge. You take 2 or 3 steps, and you plow the blade. This guy's just wearing like a leather jacket. Obviously, the light armored, light footed, and when you plunge your sword in, you can feel that the guard of the sword hits his chest as the blade goes straight through. When you pull your blade out, he slumps. At that point, there is hollowing from everywhere. Dorcas, I'll let you go next. The scout, or the enemy scout's dropped. What are you? What are you doing?
I'm gonna continue to head towards people who are not down. Like, so if the guy that Marcus knocked that guy out or whatever he did, I'm gonna run towards the guys shooting arrows at me.
Okay, no problem. Your other men do exactly the same. They
and say, well, I told you I was gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you.
They all lunge. They all like plow out of their hidey spots. You can see now heads bouncing over the top of the grass, and they're running towards the guards, towards the scouts. So 4 scouts. They're about maybe, as far as they're concerned, your compatriots who are close to them, but 30 feet away. They're running towards them. The archers, they've been shooting in rotation. 2 of them can take a shot. Neither of you are in cover. They have called shots, so they can go for your heads. One at you, Dorcas, and one at you, Marco. Marco, you can dodge because you declared a parry, but you've kept your dodge, so you can use dodge if you want. Dorcas, you haven't used any, so you can dodge as well. So, first one is Dorcas. You dodging? I'm guessing you are. Gone quiet.
Yes, sir.
Yep. What's your dodge?
Negative 15.
Okay. He hits you. In the head. Oh, so again, it is not that great. Take another fatigue. Your helmet is saving your life.
Sure.
Marco.
I'm going to dodge. I have a -10 and I have no helmet.
Oh, okay. That's 25.
Unfortunately.
Right. Okay. You dodge just enough to take the sting out of this. Hits you. It's a partial success, so it is the wounds -1. So, why is it not working? Yeah. The fact that he's, if he was, yeah, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I was just going to explain about the -20, which he has applied. So short board is 3 + 1 -1. Take 3 wounds to your head.
Because the head
What's
is
your?
negative 20.
Yeah. Yeah.
My computer's freaking out.
No problem. Can you recall what your brawn is? Is your brawn 2 or 3?
I think it's a 3. Give me a second.
Yeah. That's fine. I'll have a look what I've got. So you sent something through last time. Dorcas, you're running. The guy who just got skewered, he's kind of slumping down. You push him off to one side, run over his body, and you're doing your best. You're now heaving. You've got heavy armor on. You're sweating underneath your helmet, and you're plowing through this field. You run this round, and you reckon you could do a run in and attack next round, because the 2 archers have split themselves up, so there's 2 slightly in front of the other, and there's like 5 or 10 feet between them. Okay.
I would like to pick one up and throw him into the other one.
Yeah. So this round is so.
But
that
yeah, no,
shot on
I know we're not there
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah. So this round ends when Marco gets hit in the head. I just want to find out if you're at -1, because that 3 wounds could take you into the -1, or if you're still in the -0s.
Yeah, I checked it. I do have 3 brawn.
Brilliant.
So
Okay.
that's
You're still at
that's
-0. You take another hit to the head, you start taking penalties. Right. Okay. Next round. Dorcas, this is the bit where you push the corpse out of the way and you're running.
Yep.
Marco, you're in the same situation as Dorcas. Are you running towards the 4 archers? Or you've got your bow?
I do. Yeah, I'm gonna run toward them, and I'm gonna shout to my men too when I do. Just get them, boys! Nobody gets away.
Right, that is a good point. So, you're running, you give that instruction, the 5 of the men just plow through. You can just see this grass just being cut through. It's like as if there's 3 shark fins cutting through the waves, all heading towards these 4 men. Dorcas, you're the tallest. can I have an attention, perception, surveillance from you?
Sure.
I'll give you +5 because of your height.
Gotcha. Attention. Come on. That is not great. I am rolling absolutely terrible tonight. My surveillance is +10, so that's +15. And then I rolled another 17, so that's 27.
27. So
Oh no, wait,
27.
32 +5.
32. Nope, that's great. So 32 minus this guy's overlooked. -10. 2. Right. You were right. There wasn't 4 or 5. There was 5 or 6. In the distance, an extra maybe 10, 15 feet away from the last 2 archers, there is another figure. And he is pegging it through the grass. So, we've got a situation where there's between... So, Marco and Dorcas, you're furthest away. You've got 30 feet, 2 rounds. So 1 round running, and attack. Get the 2 front archers. The 2 archers behind them, your 5 men are doing the same. They're running in. So they'll run in. So they're running this round. The next round, they can cut off the exit of the back 2 archers. So it'll be U7 versus 4. And I'm not going to bother rolling because these guys are extras. You will just butcher them. However...
Yeah, I probably yell ahead at my guys to run after the guy in the backpack and say, you two go ahead and take that fella back there. And I it's like I'm like trying to yell in the direction northeast. Yep. That fella. I'll take care of these 2 archers. They shot me a couple times.
Can I get, because heat of the moment, there's so much going on. There's people aren't being quiet anymore. There's someone dying. Marco's been shot. You can see that out of the corner of your eye. He's kind of badly wounded. Sure. Can I get a composure? Can I get a composure influence roll?
Sure.
This is so that this is for you to keep your cool.
Right.
What?
Is that not charm, or is that just anything, just composure and
No, because you're not trying to charm people. You're trying to relay information.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Trying to keep it together.
Yeah. You being concise enough.
Terrible. I did a bad job. And I got, like, we're going to say 16, 18. Right.
Okay. You give that instruction as you've just said. 2 of your guys, which is 2 on the left, they turn to you and they slow down and say, what? What are you talking about? And they're looking around. You're pointing in a general direction and... Yeah. They can't quite tell at first if you're referring to the 2 archers at the back.
All right.
Because when they look around, they can't see anything. They can't see what you're pointing at.
Well, I'm going to run after the guy. I see it.
You're going to... Brilliant. Can I get from you then because he's got at least 2 round head start.
Yeah.
Can I get a speed athletics run from you?
Yeah.
I'm not going to give any minuses for the tall grass because the other guy's got the same problem.
Yeah. Which is, he's going to totally win.
Yeah. This is where evasion comes in.
Yeah.
Because he's trying to duck and weave, but you only need to take off -5 because he doesn't have evasion.
Yeah, but
It's not suited.
I got weights.
No, you're not trying to lift anything. You're running.
Yeah, I got it. What is it? I got a 20.
You got 20. Okay. You run out of the group. Marco, you can see Dorcas. You heard him. You're still trying to recover the fact that you have like an arrow that's sliced open your eyebrow, and it kind of jilted your head to one side. You're not sure if it's cracked bone. Dorcas is now running off. You see your 5 men are now wrapping around, so to speak, the 4 archers. Dorcas, you're running off. Marco, what are you doing?
I'm going to go ahead and pull out the bow and use some barbed arrows and try to plug him.
Which guy?
The guy that's running away.
You can't see him.
Oh, I can't see him? He's gone?
You can make an attention perception awareness, because now that Dorcas has drawn your attention to that there's someone over there, you can kind of look in that direction. Because at that time you were too busy being shot in the head to notice. So you can make that roll, but that's your action. You have to slow down to survey while you're getting your bow and notching your arrow. You can make this attention perception surveillance roll.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that. I got a 20.
20. He can't dodge. He's not even aware of it coming in. However, he's a moving target. He can't sprint. He can only run. So you take 5 off. So it's a partial success. So whatever the power of the bow plus the damage from the broadhead, take 1 off, and then roll a d10. Have you got called shot?
No,
Okay.
I don't have anything for the bow.
Roll a d10, and that's which random location it hits.
Okay. 8 for the location.
That is torso. Right, you do him 3 damage in the chest. Okay, so this is next round. Actually, hold on. So you spot him this round. Next round, you take your shot, you hit him. Why is true? You see the arrow disappear into the tall grass. Dorcas, this is the next round. You can hear a arrow whistle past. You're thinking, bloody hell, that's a really good shot. And you can see the guy stumble slightly. Okay. That pursuit continues. Can I get another speed athletics run, please?
I'm gonna switch up my dice.
You can add another +5 because this guy's just been hit by an arrow out of nowhere.
Well, I switched up the dice and it was better. I got 110. Does that mean I get to keep the other 3?
Yeah. Always automatically keep the 10s. Anything left over, remove the 1s, and keep a number of dice equal to your skill.
All right, so that's 14, 24. 24 plus 5 is what, 20, 29?
Okay. You're keeping pace. Yes, you know you're catching up with him.
Mm-hmm.
But he has such a lead on you.
Sure.
So can I just... This is where something like encumbrance kicks in.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got a mace, you're wearing scale armor. What I'm going to just say is you're losing 2 fatigue just from exhaustion, from running through this tall grass, wearing this heavy armor. So every time you make that roll, you lose 2 fatigue. That's also based on how well you run. If you roll poorly, that encumbrance will get higher. Right. Your 5 men have now swamped the 4 archers. Marco, do you have any archery combat maneuvers?
No.
No. Okay. Small bow takes 2 rounds to reload. So.
Okay.
Are you running whilst loading?
No.
You can't sprint, but you can move forward.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll definitely move forward, and I'll call to the men to grab their bows. We got a runner getting away.
Right. Okay. You think they heard you? You're not sure. They're just too busy beating the shit out of them. You're running past them. Next round, Dorcas, can I get another roll?
Sure. We're gonna hope for better.
You're
Hope
about
for
50
better.
feet, 60 feet away from Marco and the group now.
All right. Well, I rolled 10, 18. So that's 20. Hold on one second. 32. Do I get any bonuses for anything?
No. Yeah. No, that's enough. So that extra one. So lose your 2 fatigue.
Okay.
From this round of running, you're gaining on him.
Mm-hmm.
Wherever Marco had hit him, has done enough to slow him down, but hasn't slowed him down a great deal. Obviously, this guy is running for his life.
Sure.
He is doing whatever he can to stay alive.
Sure.
You think he might have actually? He's probably like thrown his bow away, thrown away his quiver. He's just.
Yeah.
He's running for his life.
Maybe I'll drop my
next
helm
round
and my mace or something. Does that help?
If you want to drop your mace, take your helmet off. You can't take your armor off unless you start putting the straps.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll
Are you
just
taking
drop
your helmet off?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Helmet is lost. Are you dropping your mace? Yeah, it's tall grass. Unless you want to spend an hour or so looking for it when you.
I just
come
presume
back
that we're, tracks are easy to follow. We're running. I'm in heavy armor. I'm a big dude. I'm. There's a trail. We're creating trails here.
Okay. Right. Drop your helmet. Are you dropping your mace?
Yeah, I'll probably drop the mace.
Right. Okay. Your next round, Marcus. This is your second reload round. You can shoot next round. Marco, Dorcas, make another roll. And
okay.
Yep.
For the running.
Yep. Yeah. You are sweating now.
Oh sure, I'm sure.
So I think you've lost 6 fatigue already.
I didn't do very well.
Okay. What did you get?
I got 16.
Right. Okay. You lose whatever distance you.
I got 2 on. Yes, I lose whatever. I lose everybody. I just sit here alone in the fields waiting for someone to see me again. Just alone. It's so terrible. What do I do? What do I do with myself? Where am I? I guess we're going to take a short break while we wait for everyone to reappear. Thanks for tuning in.
I'm here.
What did you hear?
I heard that they were getting away from me because I rolled terribly.
Yeah, you've got 2 rounds to catch up, and you made up the distance when you've got 3 successes. But this time you've got 1 success, so you've slowed down.
Yeah.
Marco, this is your last round where you're going to be in range to take a shot.
Okay. Under archery on the character sheet, and I'm not sure if this changed or if this is old, it says aim and extended shot, and that's checked.
Yes. Just like it's a preparation, just like with the spell, you can spend another round and get a +5 to the execution.
But he's going to be out of range, right? But
I'll let you get away so you can do 1 round of aiming. So you can spend 1 round, get +5, and then take the shot.
Okay.
You need to make sure, otherwise Dorcas could lose him. If you can get another torso hit and knock him down to -2, the guy's out. There's no way he can keep running. Or if you get a really good shot on the leg, perfect. At this point, I'm forgetting the whole tall grass thing. I just want it for the take out.
All right, great. Cool. Right.
It's getting shorter at this part. The grass is not as tall.
Yeah,
it's getting further away.
Also, if you mishap, there is a chance that you could hit Dorcas.
Yeah, I presume that. I feel like that's real.
Yeah. He's having to shoot over you to get to him.
Sure.
All right, so I got 26, and with the +5, that puts it at 31.
Okay, you don't have call shot. I'm going to roll for the hit location. I got a 2.
No.
That is his
arm.
Left
arm. Okay, so
okay, you can get it.
It's +1 damage. So it's power was it 3? So you've done 5 wounds.
Yeah.
You've taken down to -2. So Dorcas, you can hear the guy almost yelp in pain, and he twists. So an arrow flies overhead, darts into the grass. You can see from his shoulders upwards, and below him just the silhouette, and you can see him twitch, and then he disappears into the grass. Can I get another roll from you?
Sure. Is that for my running?
This is running. Lose 3 for lose another. What did I say last time? 4 fatigue.
I'm losing a bunch of fatigue. Yeah. So you say
Because
I don't know how to mark it down, so I'm just writing. So lose another 4 fatigue for this little bit of run?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So that's 7, 11 fatigue that I've lost.
Okay, no problem. So make your roll. Do not fail.
I got okay roll, not a great roll. It's 17, 19.
Right. Okay. He's disappeared. You can't tell if he's crawling or whatever. He's disappeared. So you're now just 1 round away from where he was.
Yeah.
Are you slowing down to have a look, or are you just still?
I'm gonna. If he falls down, I'll definitely surveil the area and see if I can see where there are grass that's been stepped on by somebody or something.
Okay, you slow down. Just as you're about to survey, you can hear him. He's in so much pain. You can hear him rise back up, and he's hunched over, and he's He's not even running anymore. He's just walking as fast as he can. He's panting. He's in a hell of a lot of pain. And you can even sometimes see him reach out for the grass, and he pulls himself forward. Next round, can I get another roll? He's not giving up, but Marco, you can't see them anymore. When you turn round, the four scouts outnumbered 5-4, but these scouts are putting up a heck of a fight. These guys are obviously veterans. They know how to fight in a group better than your guys. The training that you've had on the boat, you can see it kicking in because they're kind of like they've formed a tight connection. So rather than fighting as an individual, they're taking on a group as a group. You can see that there's one of them down, or one of your men down. Not one of your 3, but of the 5, one of them's gone down. But you can see 2 of the other archers, the enemy, down as well. Dorcas, what did you get?
24.
Excellent. Right. Lose 2 fatigue. And you finally reached him. Once he can hear you behind him, he just gives up and he just slumps onto all 4s. He's got an arrow through his forearm. And despite the pain, he's still using that arm to support himself. You've got him.
Well, I'm gonna knock him out. Is he gonna die if I knock him out, or can I just knock him out?
Oh, you just knock him out. He's already exhausted. You knock him over the head. He's out, and then you have to drag his body.
Yeah.
Back. Yeah. If you want to carry him, you're going to be spending more fatigue.
Yeah. Well, I'll drag him
quicker.
I don't.
Drag.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll just drag him. I'll drag him back to where Yeah.
Yep. The sun is still above the mountain range. You can't see the group. Have you got any orientation on your character sheet?
Well, I felt like we were running in a straight line, but I also know I know that when you think you're running in a straight line, sometimes you think you circle around a little bit, especially in a thing. What is orientation? Is that a specific skill?
It's under perception. It's an expertise in perception.
I just have awareness and surveillance.
Right. Nope, that's fine. You do manage to find the group by following your big snake winding trails through the tall grass.
I'll probably go get my mace and my helm if I'm losing light. I'll take them on the way.
Okay. It takes you about extra 20 minutes to find them. Let's just say you can't remember at what point you chucked them, so you're having to trawl through every bit of grass. You find your mace in 20 minutes. It takes you another 20 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, because it's not too far, to find your helmet. By which point, Marco, you've now in control of the scene. I'm not going to bother with dice rolls. One of your men's dead. Another one's injured. The other 4, the 4 archers, the 4 enemy, are they dead? It's entirely up to you. 2 of them are dead. The other 2 are in your control. What do you want doing with them?
Yeah, I think Marco's pretty angry, especially if they killed one of ours. Then they're not going to make it.
Yeah, one of your fencing guys dead, and Luigi is severely injured. He's on -2, so he's close to death. Or close to unconsciousness. Sorry. Right. Marco, you wait and wait and wait and wait and wait. Nearly half an hour goes by, and then Dorcas arrives. You're in a bit of a predicament. You are an hour away from the vantage point, but you've lost at least an hour, at least 40 minutes of that time. So if you go to the hill, do your surveillance, and then come back, you're going to be 40 minutes late. What do you guys do? Do you continue with the mission and be nearly an hour late. Because bear in mind, you've got these prisoners, so they're going to slow you down. Or do you head straight back?
Well, I think we split the party, Marco.
Yeah.
Is that what you would do? I'm feeling pretty tired. I lost a lot of my strength. I might slow you down with this, and I feel like this guy's important because he was at the back. Usually they put the fancy ones at the back. Is there a way to tell if one's more noble than the other one, or if there's a command structure?
This guy's wearing chain shirt. The other guys aren't. So you're right. The captain was at the back.
Right.
Well, he's wearing army.
Well,
So you're splitting up.
Yeah.
How are you splitting up? Who's going where?
I'll carry this guy. First off, I'll heal Luigi, or I'll do some field medic stuff on him to kind of like.
Oh, wait. Okay. I'll go through the first aid then.
If you guys want to go on ahead, Marco, pick a couple of guys and run ahead, and
Here's what I'm thinking. Here's what I'm thinking. Scalavo and I will move, and we'll move up to the hill. We'll get the information that we need. The two of us can move very quickly. The rest of you take the prisoner and the bodies of the enemies, lash them together and put them in the river. They'll flow down the river, and then the camp will find them before you guys can return. Because they're downstream from us, right?
Yeah. No, you're right. It's just you'd have to head north because you've come in from the east. But the closest path to the river is like north by northeast, so you'd have to go in a different direction. If you know what I mean?
Okay.
That is a very good idea. It's just you're gonna have to work out, is it worth the sacrifice? Because whoever does that will be I reckon about an extra hour late on top.
I think if they're dead, we just drag them off to the side. They'll be dead.
Even if you can dump them anywhere in this field, no one's going to find them.
Yeah. That's all I was worried about was hiding them.
Yeah.
If we couldn't get them back. But.
Right. So I'm going to leave it there. Apologies for the internet connections. I'm going to try and get in touch with my internet connection.
Sure.
Try and get it fixed. So we're going to leave it there. So the party is split. One group is heading to the top and is going to be, we'll say, an hour late. And the other party, led by Dorcas, is going to bring the prisoner back to the camp. Are you going to carry the body of
Vito?
Are you going to Vito? So Vito's dead. I'm going to put a big cross next to him.
Oh no.
So Vito's dead. What are you going to do with the body? Are you going to carry him or leave him?
I think we take our dead back with them. We got who is alive?
So Luigi's on -2.
Yeah. Well, I'll patch Luigi up and get them to carry Alfredo and Luigi to carry Vito while I'll carry whoever's heavier, and we'll go.
Nico too. Nico can help too.
Yeah. And we'll get the prisoners to carry the guy they killed, maybe if they're still alive.
Yeah. So did you kill all 4 archers?
Or did you kill all the archers?
They all died.
Okay, they're all dead.
It's just the one.
Okay, we'll just leave the
1%.
archers. They're dead. They're fine. So we got 2 bodies. All right.
Okay. We'll leave it there. Apart from the freaking internet failures, that was really good. Some good points about tall grass. I never thought about that, but it works both ways. And oh no, I've lost internet again.
I hear you.
No, I'm still there. Oh no, that's alright. It's just that you guys froze.
Yeah.
Check.
Do you
fine.
do you use the app, or do you do you use Discord in the web browser?
No, I use the Discord app on the PC.
You use the app? Yeah. It might help to try the opposite using the web browser. I don't know.
No, it's the router. It went red.
Yeah. It just
So
okay.
it's
You
the
just
internet
got the
coming
fickle interwebs.
Yeah.
Stupid
The
internet.
fickle internet gods. So yeah, great fun.
All right. Well, till next week.
That was a good time.
This has been the Geeky Gamer podcast featuring myself, Miller, and John. John is our fearless narrator, telling the story, making it happen. Thanks to the Geeky Gamer podcast. If you want to thank us, we have a Patreon. All lowercase letters. Mr. Interrupt, they do music that you hear. Couchfire Media provides production, and Trois Productions just Trois Loft somewhere else. See you in a week.
Yep. Same time
Thanks
next
for
week.
watching.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Great. Right, now I've